No.
It's a little bit stuffy. Back of your mind, we hope that the win
Game, a real close game there. It was 35-34, and then they played the Clarksville Panthers and won that game. It was a blowout, 63-6. And then won that game. It was a real blowout, 40-0. And then they played Farmington the last game of the year, regular season. Won that game 42-24. And then last week, as we mentioned, they played Hot Springs Lakeside and won that game 56-36.
Fanny Beavers, we got some interesting matchups tonight across the state. And you got Morrilton going against Wynn, Alma against McClellan. Those are two interesting games. We talked about the Nettleton-Greenbrier game. What do you see the rest of the way?
That's going to be some tough games there you mentioned right there. I'm going to go back real quick to that Lakeside game, though, with Harrison, guys. It's something you got to look for. They were down 21 points to Hot Springs Lakeside last week and came back and won that that game convincingly, although they did get their star running back hurt late in the game, and he is not expected to play tonight.
Is that Gabe Husky?
Yes. Husky is not expected to play tonight. But looking forward, as you're talking about, McClellan-Alma, that's a very interesting matchup. The Airedales, and we all know about the Maurice Moody's Crimson Lions. I think McClellan's going to win that game on the road tonight, and that should be a good game. But very intriguing game. Morrilton's a very good team. They're in the same conference as Harrison. It was a four-way tie there, guys. They were 5-2. Mm-hmm. You got Morrilton, you got Harrison, Greenbrier, and you've got Alma. They all tied and went by a point spread is how they determined the seedings because it's a four-way tie. But I do like Wynn to hang on in that game tonight, but I can certainly see Morrilton giving them a big fight. Nettleton over Greenbrier, of course, as a PA fan, you want Greenbrier to defeat Nettleton. I don't think it's going to happen. And obviously tonight, PA Harrison, all I can say is basketballs will be dribbling down the court.
Well, we can hope.
Tomorrow at Harrison.
Well, we got on the field tonight. We'll be checking in with him off and on. A good friend of ours, Faquan Harris, who's down on the sideline. Also, we got Zach Thomas back at the studio. Always does a great job. Joshua Carroll is in here taking care of some button twisting right now. He'll be with you at halftime, too, to talk about what's been going on in the first half. Right now, we're going to return to the studio for a minute. We'll talk more about this game after this. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
And you, Postgame, Pulaski Academy Bruins. Bruins extend a warm welcome to our guests from North Arkansas. We invite you to stop by the Bruin concession stand. Also, restroom facilities are located directly behind the press box right there.
stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Big crowd on hand here at Pulaski Academy. Still cars filing in, but across the way, a big crowd here from Boone County. In Harrison, they brought the people tonight to watch their Goblins play. Of course, you can't think of the Goblins without thinking of Brandon Burlsworth, and down at the end of the press box is his brother Marty doing a broadcast for the Harrison radio station.
Yeah, I saw Marty as we walked in tonight. Good to see him.
Yep. Well, guys, to talk about the Bruins, you talk about the quarterback, Lane Hatcher, the all-everything quarterback, setting all the records across the state for career and for season and everything else. So, you know, we watched this young man develop since he was in the 9th or 10th grade. It's just hard to believe that if the Bruins win this game tonight and Nettleton wins, this will be our last home game.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that.
Well, Jay, you and I have been doing PA games, Brooksy also, for about the past, 10
12 years?
10, 12 years, yeah.
I think when we first got here that Lane Hatcher was a freshman, right?
I think he was.
It just seems like
been around a long time.
It just seems like Lane's been here a long time. Of course, obviously we're teasing him, but Stephen Lux was your quarterback back then. We've seen a lot of great quarterbacks.
A lot of them.
But, guys, you're right, though. I think Lane, and of course, just the quarterbacks you've seen has just been unbelievable. But Lane, just in a zone all by himself. He feels it, and just an outstanding quarterback.
Well, we've been very fortunate, guys, for a dozen years or so to be able to see some of this offense here at Pulaski Academy, some of the quarterbacks that have come through, the receivers.
Key played at Kent State in college, a very good quarterback.
Yeah, and of course, Freddie Knight, and all the guys that have played here, and you can't remember all of them, but I'll tell you what, it's been a joy to watch them over the years, and now.
Don't forget about Hafley also. He's now there at Tulsa.
Lane Hatcher steps right in. So it's been a thrill to watch all of them. Been a thrill to watch Lane this season too, and watch these receivers develop. And one thing that nobody talks about though, for years and years, this Pulaski Academy defense.
Yeah, you saw that really coming strong with Coach Todd Wood, but he's left to go to Russellville. They got a tough game tonight at Pine Bluff. But, man, left it in great hands with Madison Taylor and also Jason Wyatt. Just very outstanding defensive coaches. I talked to them before the ball game. They feel good about tonight's game. It is a little bit windy, so we'll have to see what that does. It is a natural turf field, so there's not a big crown, so you wouldn't expect, any high passes. But, hey, it is a playoff, so it's a second round, so nerves do come into play.
Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt. We'll see what happens. We're going to take another break, be back for kickoff. Right after this, you're listening to Bruin Football, 96.5 FM, The Answer. Have won the toss at midfield. They'll go join the rest of their teammates behind the breakthrough off to our right. Across the way, the Harrison Goblins dressed in white, gold helmets with purple and gold numerals. Bruins have on their white pants, white helmets, the gray jerseys with the dark blue numerals as they get ready to come on the field. The Goblins are already across the way, standing on the sideline. Bruins, of course, if they win the toss, they generally do take the football first.
Which they did tonight.
Yep, they did tonight. They'll get the football first. We're waiting for the breakthrough. Popeye and Jim, they're hanging out on the deck out there outside. They're ready to see some action.
You know, Jay, a while ago you talked about Lane Hatcher. I just got a few little statistics here. He's completed 309 passes out of 420 attempts for 73.6% average, and he's got 4,527 yards and 54 touchdowns. Now you convert the yardage to miles, and that's 2.57 miles of throwing the football this year.
That's about what I average for every 3 or 4 months, walking that far. Well, the Bruins take the field. They're going to be accepting the football from our left, which is the west side of the stadium. Goblins will be kicking from our right to our left. And we are ready for some playoff football here at Pulaski Academy. Number 7, Riley Jones to kick it away for the Goblins. He has it teed up. Bruins have deep men standing back at the 16-yard line. That's probably Jones and Nate Cumming back there, if I had to guess. Or White, I think, back there. Let's see. Here's the kick. It's going to drive them all the way back to the end zone. The ball's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. High school rules, once that ball crosses the goal line, you can't run it back, and the Bruins will take over at their 20. And we'll see, Lanny, if they do what they normally try to do, and that's score first and make the other team chase them.
You got to make them chase you, and that's exactly what they do. Also, Coach Kevin Kelly always likes to start the game with the trick play.
Yep,
so
always does.
So we'll see what's in line right here.
Little razzle-dazzle.
Hatcher at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. First play of the game. Hatcher looks around, surveys the field. Waits, gets the snap, looks to pass. Straight pass, has a man wide open. That's Lynch at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. One man to beat. He avoids him at the 10 and stumbles and falls at the 5. 75 yards to Brett Lynch. Riley Jones finally managed to get him off balance. And that's a way to start a playoff game.
That's exactly the way you want to start it. As we like to say, you can't spell pass without PA.
There you go.
And the Bruins right there on top, and they're right there in the red zone. And looking at a
first and goal to the 5, and they're up to the line of scrimmage. Hatcher with a running back to his left. It looks like E.J. Anderson. He hands it off to him. Up the middle he goes. Touchdown. Just like that. 22 seconds. The Bruins have scored, and they lead 6-0.
Yeah, looks like Kevin Kelly probably would go for 2 right here.
Yeah,
he likes to go
try to draw them off sides, one or the other.
He generally likes to go for 2 after the first score because you
get up 2.
Yeah, because then you get up by 3 scores, 16-0, right. And we've seen him do that before. So they got their big back in right now, along with
Isaiah Woods. Big Isaiah scored a touchdown a couple of games ago. Took one away at Mills and scored right before halftime. Here's Woods up the middle, just pounds it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
There you go.
And the Bruins lead it 8-0. We'll keep it right here. That one, counting the 2-point conversion, took 29 seconds. The Bruins are pumped up coming to the sideline. They have given their fans reason to cheer with an 8-0 lead here early.
Doesn't take Pulaski Academy long. They're not going to dominate the line of the time of possession, generally speaking.
Yep.
But they will kick fast, and we'll know an onside kick is coming up. But what a great way to start the second-round playoff game.
Can't beat that. Take over from the 20, throw a 75-yard pass to Brent Lynch from Lane Hatcher. One play later, the Bruins are on the board, go for 2 and make it. We hadn't even warmed our seats up yet, and it's 8-0 Bruins.
Well, that's kind of common when you call Pulaski Academy because you know they're lightning fast and they can score so quick. There was a 3-man rush that Harrison put on.
Yeah.
You cannot. They dropped 8 back and they only rushed 3. You cannot do that.
Who did we see do that, Brooksy? Was it Little Rock Christian tried to rush 3 players?
Right, yeah, they tried to rush 3.
You cannot do that against a quarterback like Clayton Hatcher.
Nope.
He'll pick you apart. Hatcher has it teed up at the 40, looking our way. Here comes the onside.
Harrison.
Right. Well, Harrison's going to line up with their quarterback, number 12, Noah Dittmanson. He's a senior, 6'1", 210. He's a big kid, number 12. Behind him is Mason Martin. Now he's off to the side of him on first down from the Bruin 47. Hands it. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. Runs to the right. Option play. Decides to keep it and gets nothing. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, they didn't go very far. That was very well played.
So Dittmanson tried to run a little option play right. Ended up keeping it. Blake Titus was there along with his friends to stop it. Second down and now a little bit more than 10. The ball's at the Bruin 47.
That was a great play by Titus as he strung that out. The defensive line did a great job, too, over there on the left side. Titus comes up and makes the big tackle. I believe that's Titus. These numbers are tough for me to see, guys, with that blue on gray.
Oh, you ought to see the gold ones.
Yeah.
Dittmanson standing back. Hands it off. No, he's going to keep it again off the right side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage plus a couple. He's going to get inside the 45, close to the 43. It's going to be third down, though, and 6.
Good defensive play right there for Pulaski Academy. They're not going for the fake. They're staying at home, and it's a short gain. So here's a big third down play for the Harrison Goblins.
Yeah, right off the bat. They don't need to stall right here and get the ball back to PA. We've seen that too many times over the years. Third down and 6. Dittmanson has a running back off to his left. He's going to keep it himself, this time trying the left side. Gets the corner, but he's tripped up. Great play by Isaiah Woods, who tripped him up.
Yeah, Isaiah Woods played that all the way through, and the big man got down, just spread the defensive line. He comes over, and he's able to trip the quarterback. So now it's a 4th down and 4 right now.
4th and 4 from the 41. Need to get to the 37. We'll go to Faquan Harris on the sideline in just a moment because he made a comment about this defense before the game. Faquan, are you down there? I don't know if we got Faquan with us right now.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Faquan, you were talking about this PA defense. You said they're a little bigger than you thought they would be.
They're bigger than I thought, and they're very fast. I'm talking about very athletic.
Fourth down play. Dittmanson back to pass. There's holding, but nothing called. He launches it downfield. This is going to be caught inside the 5-yard line. A miracle was answered. There was holding. Looked like back around the 45.
There was big-time holding that wasn't called. And Harrison's got the ball first and go inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line.
From nothing to something.
They got lucky on that play.
Yeah, they just launched that one and had a man break free at the right time.
I think that's Brooks Boff back down there.
First and goal to 3 for Harrison. Dittmanson had to let it go. He was being chased. Actually, the defender was being held. Official looking right at it, didn't throw the flag. Here we go. First and goal. Dittmanson sends 2 men to the right. Now he's going to hand it off up the middle, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage and pushed back.
He lost a yard. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot it, but that was a great defensive penetration there by the PA interior line.
Well, they're going to move it. Well, it looks like they're going to keep it about the line of scrimmage, but Blake Titus was the first man there, but he had help. So now Dittmanson will bring the Goblins to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal from close to the 4.
I think Harrison's going to have to go wide. I don't think they can run up the middle on PA.
Dittmanson under center has a running back behind him. He's going to hand it off. Up the middle they go. Makes a man miss, twisting, turning, and this time they get in.
Well, prove me wrong. They went right up. They went right over their left side and gets the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, they were very fortunate to get that one because that keeps them in the ball game. That was Mason Martin, number 30.
That was
8-6.
That was a big answer right there for Harrison. You were right, though. You cannot allow PA to get up on you quick. And that was a huge answer with the big prayer of the pass. But, hey, it still counts.
Prayer was answered, yeah.
Let's see if Harrison's going to try to keep it going. It looks like they're going to go for 2. I don't see a kicker out in the field for the Goblins.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2. Dittmanson's still in there, the quarterback, and they'll go for 2. He's in a shotgun with the running back Martin off to his right. Well, they He has the ball, looks to pass, rolls right, looks, throws in the end zone. 2-point conversion's good. Listen to this crowd from Harrison.
Yeah, that was a good job right there. He hit Caleb Husky. It's Caleb Husky, I guess he is playing.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
Oh, that's his brother?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Brooks.
Well, 2-point conversion's good.
8-8.
And we're tied at 8. We'll take a break. 8:43 to go in this one. Pulaski Academy 8, Harrison 8. You're listening to the long kick fielded at the 5-yard line for the Bruins. Back to the 10, the 15, and out of bounds at about the 20. We'll see where they mark it. I think he went out just before he got to the 20. That was Nate Cumming at the 19. So the Bruins will take over the 19. Yeah, you're talking about an important answer, guys. You're right. The Bruins were up 8-0. An early blow to the chin, and you thought it might stagger the Goblins, and looked like they were down for a little bit, but then they came back with that long pass that the receiver ran under and caught about the 3-yard line.
And keep in mind, that pass was thrown on a fourth and
down.
4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Hatcher, 1st and 10 for the Bruins from their own 19. He's a little shovel pass up the middle, and there's some room at the 20, out to the 25, out to the 26-yard line. E.J. Anderson, Mason Martin on the tackle.
It's a nice run right there on first down by Anderson.
Gain of 8. Out to the 27. Need to get to the 29 for a first down. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Awaits the snap. Has it. Quick pitch to the left. It's going to be caught. First down at the 30. Out to the 31-yard line.
Well, Harrison's cheering, but it's still going to move the sticks. It's a first down.
Yeah.
But that was a good defensive play right there by Cameron Jones. Just to not allow more yardage.
So first down for the Bruins across the 30 to the 31. Started at their 19. This game's tied 8-8. 8:04 to go in the first quarter. Hatcher, shovel pass. Up the middle we go. This time not much room. Maybe a yard. Up to the 32 before Colin Ballard makes the stop.
Well, Harrison crowd's really into the game with the tied up.
Yeah.
8-all, 7:48 to go here in the first quarter.
I think that was Trey Johnson got that one.
Bruins need to go back and put some more points on the board.
2nd 8. We're going to say he was stopped at the 33-yard line. Hatcher alone in the shotgun on 2nd down and 8. He's got it. Avoids a man. Scrambles right. Looks. Throws downfield. Has Lynch, but he's going to overthrow him at the 35-yard line of Harrison.
Well, that was a good corner blitz that time by Mason Martin. It did make Hatcher step out of the pocket. He had to roll out, and he just wasn't able to hit Lynch downfield, but that was a good play by Martin.
I think Martin's one of their big stalwarts on defense. I believe he's got, so far he's got 63 tackles coming into this ballgame, so he's a real good linebacker for him.
3rd down and 8 for the Bruins from their own 33. Hatcher alone again in the shotgun. Here comes that corner blitz again. He just dumps it over the middle, caught at 30, 35, 40. Trey Johnson, 45, 50. Trey Johnson at the 40. Trey Johnson's going to outrun him. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Yeah, that's a real bad angle that Daniel McCormick took for Harrison. He thought he didn't realize the speed that Trey Johnson had, and McCormick just wasn't able to catch him. That was a huge play right there on 3rd down.
He got to the corner, turned the corner, turned on the jets.
Did you see him give him just a little stutter step? The stutter step messed both of them up. Did it twice.
So Hatcher's on now. They'll go for 2 again. The Bruins will, leading at 14-8. 7:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Doesn't take PA long. They get down that field quickly.
Hatcher in the shotgun on the 2-point conversion. Has the ball, rolls to the right, looking. Now throws, firing into the end zone, and it is caught. Back of the end zone, caught. Trey Johnson.
That's a good play right there. It's a great pass, though, by Hatcher. I mean, he had to knife that through 2 Goblin defenders, and he gets it. PA goes up now 16-8 here in the first quarter.
You know, Brooks and I have watched him this year, Lanny. Trey Johnson reminds you of what he does for this team is like what Trey Bruce did for this team. A little bit of everything here and there.
Yeah, he certainly does. And Hatcher reminds me a lot of myself when I was playing as good a quarterback.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, he just reminds me so much of you.
Oh, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. And we're lucky there's not a thunderstorm in the area or when lightning would be striking the booth.
Well, I got my britches legs rolled up.
Well, the Bruins lead it 16-8. A lot of action in the first 5 minutes. 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Quarterfinal matchup. The winner of this one takes on the winner of Nettleton Greenbrier. If Nettleton wins that one, they will have home field advantage next week.
Well, guys, that was a 4-play, 81-yard drive, 69-yard TD pass by Hatcher to Trey Bruce. You got me talking, Trey, to Trey Johnson, and took 1:27 off the clock. So the Bruins came back and responded.
Here's the onside kick, another high hopper. It's touch! It's touch!
PA's got it, I believe.
think the Bruins have it at the 48.
Yeah, they do. PA's got it.
Goblins are saying they have it, and I guess they do, yeah.
Wow, I thought PA had that.
I did
football.
too, but somebody did a good job of reaching back and grabbing it.
Yeah.
That ball was touched before it went 10 yards by a Goblin, and it fell to the turf, but the Goblins came up with it to 48. Noah Dittmanson, the quarterback, they know it's coming, so they put their good hands people in.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you play PA. Short field once again for the Goblins. Defense got to step up right here and keep Harrison from moving the football. They did a good job, but they got that big pass on that 4th and 8 earlier.
This has been the case for a dozen years. You know, if you don't get the onside kick, then your defense has to step up. Dittmanson has a running back off to his left. He's going to give it to him this time, trying the left corner. Bruins converge. He gets by one man, but finally gets knocked to the turf as it gets inside the 45-yard line.
That looked like that was going to get a lot more yardage. It only picks up about 4 yards, but that looked real good. But once again, the defensive backs for Pulaski Academy are doing a good job knifing in and making the tackle.
Gain of 4 down to the 44. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Bruins leading it 16-8 here in the first quarter. 6.5 to go.
You know, one thing you have to watch too, Jay, is Harrison's taking trying to take as much time as they can off that play clock. They break the huddle with 10 seconds to go on the play clock.
They should have been at the Parkview game. Wow. Dittmanson hands it off. Quick hit. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it off right tackle and gets not much. Gets a yard or two.
Gets a couple, trying to run a little bit of that midline option. He fakes it into the belly of the fullback.
And just keeps it. Yep.
Pulls it back, but he follows the same hole. Picks up a couple. Another big play here, 3rd and 4.
They're down a long 4. Ball's at the 42, just beyond the 42. Need to get to the 38 for a first down. So a big play for Harrison here to keep this drive alive. Clock running, 5:45 to go here in the first quarter.
And 10 seconds. Once again, Harrison breaks the huddle.
They're using that clock. Dittmanson under center on 3rd down and 4. He's going to try to roll to his left. Now an option. The ball's on the ground. The Goblins go back.
I don't think. Wait a minute.
Let's see. Now it's still on the ground. Let's see. They're going to say the Goblins have it.
Well,
it's a big loss.
A Goblin fell on it, but he rolled over. But I'm going to tell you real quick, that play was there. That play was there.
Yeah, if it'd been a good pitch.
That was kind of like a reverse option, and he just pitched it late.
Yeah, it was a counter option. What he did is he fakes to the right side. He comes back to his left side, fakes to the fullback, rolls out to the left. He looks like if he would have kept it, he got the first down, but it's a bad pitch. He threw it behind his tailback.
Yeah, ball hit the turf, and that was up for grabs. Now it's 4th down and 9, all the way back to the 42.
This could be another big play here for both teams.
And they're going to go 4th down.
You have to. You can't give the ball to Pulaski Academy.
Running back to his right. He's under pressure. Dittmanson's going to be sacked back at the 41-yard line. He was sacked. Thomas Wheelis was the first one there. He had help.
Well, you know, that's a play right there. You got a 4th down, guys, and you got it in PA territory, and you give up such a huge sack. Now, Pulaski Academy is going to get the ball. They got a very short field. It's even shorter after the sack. They're going to get it on the 42-yard line of Harrison.
So 1st and 10 Bruins at the 42 of Harrison, leading at 16-8. Here's where you can lower the hammer and go 2 scores up and start making something out of this. Here's where you start building your house.
Got to get that foundation set right here.
Yep. Hatcher with a running back to his left on 1st down. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Awaits the snap. 3 on the play clock. 2, 1. He barely gets it away, and the snap goes behind him all the way back to the 35. He picks it up. He's going to have to let loose of it. He throws it, and it's going to be over the head of the receiver. That's a good play getting rid of the ball, because that would have been a huge loss back at the 30-yard line of Harrison.
That was a huge play right there, and that just shows you the heads-up capability of Lane Hatcher. Went right through his hands, and, boy, he was able to pick it up and just get rid of it. And that shows you the strength of his arm, because you got to get outside the tackle box, or it's a –
that would have been a 25-yard loss, but he got rid of it.
Yeah.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 42. Hatcher alone in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looks to fire. Steps up, throws. Oh, just off the hands of Trey Johnson at about the 33-yard line. He was streaking across the middle and had some room, but that one just slipped right through, and now it's 3rd down and 10.
Trey trying to do a crossing pattern, just didn't make it. Thomas Vaughn now comes in at the offensive line. As coming out is Luke Hawes.
Got a running back. That's Jaden Kelly off to the left of Hatcher. Now he's going to go to the right of Hatcher. 3rd down and 10 from the Harrison 42. Hatcher looks to pass. Has a snap. Rolls to the left. Pressure's on. Tries to set up a screen, and it's incomplete.
Well,
he had big pressure that time.
Yeah, they were setting up a screen, but the offensive lineman let the defense come in too quick.
Yeah, instead of bumping them and letting them through, they just let them straight through. Now it's 4th down.
A little bit of Matador right there, Brooksy. They just waved as they came by.
They did, didn't they?
4th down and 10 from the Goblin 42-yard line. Hatcher.
Been impressed a little bit with this defensive line here for Harrison. They haven't get the penetration, which you have to do to play Pulaski Academy.
Hatcher alone on 4th and 10. Has it. Looks to pass. Rushes on. Steps up. Avoids a man. Now throws. It's going to be caught by Trey Johnson at the 28.
That just kills the defense. They got a hand on Hatcher, but weren't able to do anything else. Hatcher stepped inside the pocket. He gets a crossing pattern. Gets Trey Johnson for a big 1st down at the 28-yard line of Harrison.
Needed 10. He got 12. 1st down for the Bruins at the Harrison 28. Yeah, they're getting pressure. They're coming through. They're only rushing 3, but they're also sending those linebackers through, too.
Yeah, they're blitzing.
Hatcher looks to pass, steps up, throws quickly. Caught. That's Henry, and Henry's going to be spun out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Daniel McCormick slung him out.
Henry's a big target, and yes, he's a younger brother of Hunter and Hayden Henry, Hudson Henry. 6'4".
His dad thinks he's the fastest one of the bunch, Lanny. We were talking to him.
I think he is.
I think he is too. 2nd down and 4 for the Bruins. Gain of 6 by Henry. Hatcher looks to pass. Has time this time. Now throws. Has a man open at the 12, down to the 10, down to the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Finally bumped out of bounds. That's John David White. Bumped out of bounds inside the 5. Caleb Husky bumped him out. Bruins are on the march. They've got a 1st and 10 inside the 5 at about the 3. 4:02 to play here in the 1st quarter. Bruins leading at 16-8.
PA's taking a little bit of time now. There's 15 seconds on the play clock where they're trying to get the play called in.
Now they do. Play clock's down to 10, 9, 8. Hatcher's ready. He's alone. 6, 5. He's still looking at the sidelines. 4, 3. They're going to call timeout.
And
2,
there it is.
1. And Coach Kelly calls timeout. Some confusion there. Coach
Academy.
Kelly has to call a timeout.
Their first time out of that.
We'll take a break with them. 4:02 to play in the 1st quarter here at Pulaski Academy. The Bruins lead this one over Harrison, 16-8. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. Did you see the software? Did you see the software?
Yeah.
Well, the Bruins come back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. 4:02 to play in the 1st quarter. A long 1st quarter, but quite a bit of scoring. Bruins lead this one 16-8, and they're looking for more. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Alamuamuya over the ball. Snap it back to Hatcher. Hatcher has it. Looks, scrambles right, now throws, late throw, and it's incomplete, batted away.
I think Hatcher could have ran that one in. There was a seam right there up the middle if he would have took it in, but it closed.
Second goal from the 3. 3:56 to go in the first quarter. The Bruins up by 8, looking for more. Harrison so far has stayed right in this one. With a long pass play, got him down the field for their score. Ran it in. 1 second to go. Hatcher awaits the snap. Has a man in motion. He's going to hand it to him. Running to the left. That's Kelly. Cuts back, and he's not going to make it.
Yeah, tried to
get down to about the 2, Jaden Kelly, but that was about it.
Tried to run a jet sweep right there. Harrison did a very good job. That play was a little bit slow developing on the jet sweep. Jay, you just wanted to go a little bit quicker, and it just slowed down, and the linebackers followed him, and he maybe gained a yard.
Down to the, we'll call it to the 2. Third down and goal from the 2. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Surprised they don't have big Isaiah back there with him, but Hatcher looks to pass, pumps, he's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped back at the 12.
Well, you got to give Harrison credit. They're doing a good job, though. They're constantly getting pressure in that backfield, and they get the big sack.
Landon Stevens, Brooks both.
Big fourth down right here.
10. Fourth and goal from the 10. They're getting some pressure.
Go for a touchdown, or it doesn't look like they're going to go for a field goal.
No, I kind of doubt that. Of course, we did see that in the Parkview game.
Certainly did. The game winner for us.
Saved the day.
This will be a big stop for Harrison if they can stop PA here.
Fourth and goal from the 10. Hatcher looks to pass, rolls left, looks, throws it in the back of the end zone. It's over everybody's head, incomplete. And listen to the Harrison crowd. That's a big stop, and they're all on their feet across the way. They're still right in this thing as the Bruins sputter. Having the ball first and goal from the 3. The Bruins sputtered, and now Harrison will take over.
Well, that defense penetration's been the big ticket right there for Harrison on that defensive stance. They're just getting pressure on Hatcher. Got the big sack earlier because they had a third and go from the 3, and then when they get the big sack, it kicked it all the way back to the 10-yard line. And it just changed your whole offensive play call in there.
Well, you know, the Bruins leading at 16-8. They need a defensive stop here. But one thing that we've seen over the years, this coaching staff is the best at halftime of making adjustments as far as blocking schemes and everything else. So we'll see what happens. But Harrison has the football. Dittmanson, he's going to carry it himself. He avoids a tackle, gets out to the 15, the 20, out to the 25, near the 30. He was just rambling out there. Zach White finally brought him down, along with Wesley Wise. That's a big first down, gain of 20 for the quarterback Dittmanson.
He did a good job, though. I thought they had Dittmanson stop right there in the hole, and he was able to go through the tackle and get the big first down at the 30-yard line.
Well, need a wake-up call here, guys. Ball is at the 30, first and 10.
16.
You're getting the playoffs, though, guys, you know.
Yeah. Well, Harrison's playing a good job. I mean, they're doing a good job right now. You got to give the Goblins a lot of credit. They came here to win this ball game, too, not roll over.
Dittmanson has a man behind him. He's going to hand it off. Quick play. The Bruins stack it up behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to do a trap play right there, and they just didn't work anywhere.
Thomas Wheelis was the first one there, and Isaiah Woods. They just stacked that one up right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he lost maybe a few inches. It'll be second down and 10 from the 30.
That play there reminded me of the old 27 counter we ran in high school.
27 counter.
27 counter.
How long ago was that?
Oh, just a few years ago.
That was the year Hall won the state championship.
Yeah, I think that was 64 when Little Rock Hall was state champion.
Brooks, he just kidding you.
I'm not teasing.
Dittmanson on second down and 10, looks to pass, backs up, rushes on, spins away. The Bruins are chasing him at the 35, out to the 40. They still can't get him down out to the 43. They can't get this kid down. They had him, and he spun away.
He looks like a greased pig right out there.
Brent Sawyer finally got it.
He's got some size, though. You got to give him a little bit of credit there. He's 6'1", 210 pounds.
Well, they're going to have to wrap up.
Yeah, they got to wrap up.
They're just bouncing off of him.
They're not going to bring him down reaching for him, and he just did a good job there. Get the big first down.
First down out to the 44.
Well, guys, up until this game, he's run the ball this year. Gotten a total of 898 yards, so he's no slouch.
No, he's
running the ball.
6'1", 210.
Got some size.
Has it out to the 44-yard line. Didmonson has a running back off to his left. That's Hunter Holtby. This time Dittmanson's going to keep it. Tries to the outside. The Bruins have it. They're going to stack him up and drop him for about a 2-yard loss.
I'm going to tell you what that shows you right there, though. Harrison offense losing Husky or Dittmanson, he doesn't have confidence in his running backs.
Yeah.
Because if he gives it to his running back, he's at least going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 right there. You got to hand it off sometime.
Second down and long. Ball is near the 43. Dittmanson huddles up with the Goblins. Bruins leading at 16-8 with 26 seconds now. Clock running here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned his halfback being out. He accounted for 1,862 yards this year. So he's a good ball player. He's
Very
just a
good
sophomore,
ball player.
too.
Very good ball player.
High formation. Hands it to the second man through. He's stacked up, and the Bruins finally bring him to a stop at the 45. So he got back to the line of scrimmage +1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 when we reach the second quarter. Ephraim Sue on the tackle.
Ephraim Sue, number 62.
Yep, that's the end of the first quarter. When we get back, Harrison will have it 3rd down and 9 from their own 45. But right now, after 1, our score, Pulaski Academy 16. Harrison 8. You're listening to Bruin Football.
Senior safety Luke Pratcher averages 6.8 tackles per game for the Bruin defense. With 3 solo and 7 assisted tackles, Pratcher helped the Bruins shut out the Blazers in the first half of last week's 57-21 victory. Maintaining a 4.0 GPA, he is a member of the Spanish Club and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Outside of school, Pratcher enjoys hunting and will be attending the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville next fall. This defensive player of the game is courtesy of Hug and Hall Equipment Company.
Real quick to our man, Faquan Harris. Faquan, former Razorback, of course, Jay Fair War Eagle. You're in the Cedric Cobbs there. Faquan, you with us?
Yes, sir.
Well, what are you seeing down there so far? This quarterback's kind of hard to bring down.
I see a whole bunch of missed tackles. Harrison been in trouble from the start of the game. All PA defense got to do is tackle. I think Harrison can't run the ball on them. I think they're going to have to throw the ball to even move the ball on PA. And I think PA need to go back to their deep ball game. I think this game over with.
All right, Faquan. Well, the quarterback Dittmanson throws. This should be incomplete. What are they going to call this? Complete?
He may have. I think they're going to call it complete.
Wow, at the 48 of the Bruins.
Yeah, he was able to hit Cameron Jones.
Well,
wasn't that a former Bruin, Cameron Jones? That name sounds very familiar.
4th and 2 from the 48. Need to get to the 46. So now this
Big
makes
play
it a little
right
easier for Harrison.
I'd be looking for a quarterback keeper once again. And then Dittmanson, he's probably going to take a handoff to the fullback, and he's going to roll out, try to hit a receiver downfield, or he's going to keep it running upfield.
Dittmanson goes under center for this one on 4th and 2. Running backs behind him. Here we go. He's going to hand it off to the first man through, plows through, and looks like he has a first down. He just handed that off to Mason Martin.
Yeah, he's got it.
Fullback.
That's a power I formation right there.
Have it by about half a yard. First down.
Power I formation, ran it right over their left side, and they were able to get the first down.
So first down just shy of the Bruin 45. 1st and 10. Harrison band playing the whole time on the far sideline.
Kind of surprised right here in this first half that Harrison's playing so well.
I got to tell you, after watching the Bruins all year long, they're going to have to wake up a little bit. Dittmanson, the quarterback, is going to keep it running the left. Option play, keeps it, and he's going to gain about 3 on the 40.
Dittmanson's a good
42, 43-yard line.
Dittmanson's a very good quarterback. He's got great fakes.
He's not fast.
But he's got great fakes, and that changes everything. The defense went for the fake on as he faked pitching it back to his halfback, and he kept it under and ran over the left side and got it about 3 yards.
Second down and 7 from the Bruin, just outside the Bruin 42. Just started the second quarter, actually. Bruins leading at 16-8. Harrison with the football. Dittmanson, the quarterback, calls for it and has it. He's going to keep it himself around the left side. Has one man to beat, but a good tackle. Great tackle out there.
That was a great tackle there by Luke Pratcher. He did a very good job coming up. He didn't fall for it. Maybe a half a yard is going to bring up, looks like a 3rd down and 6. Give him a yard, be a 3rd and 6.
Now 3rd down and 6 from the 41 of Pulaski Academy. Yeah, if Luke didn't make that play, Dickinson had some yardage.
That's what your defense has to do when they're out on an island. They've got to make the tackle.
Went for his legs, too, and wrapped him up. 3rd down and 6 from the 41. Need to get to the 35 or near the 35 for a 1st down.
I don't think there's been a flag thrown this whole half.
Not a whole lot. No. Dickinson has a running back to his right. He's going to back up and pass. Rushes on, throws, has a man out there, flag, and the ball is overthrown. Yeah. There's a flag.
That's
about
a defensive hold.
Line.
It's a defensive holding. It's going to go against Pulaski Academy.
So flag at the 33.
You've also got your quarterback, Dittmanson, got hit pretty hard too, but that flag's going to be a defensive holding against PA.
Here we go.
Holding on the defense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Results in a 1st down.
That's Landon Trusty, the former Lakeside Ram and UCA Bear, your head referee. Big old you can't miss him. He's 6'7" out there.
Well, Landon sure missed a holding call early against Harrison, I can tell you that.
That was an obvious defensive holding.
They got that.
Yeah, that was obvious call right there. I think everybody saw that hold.
Ball's at the 31, 1st down for Harrison. First and 10 as they look at the clock. Clock's down to 9, 8. Now they break the huddle.
They're going to have to hurry up.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Dittmanson's under center. They're going to have to hurry. They get it away. Little bobble. The Bruins are back there. They can't hold on to Dittmanson. Now he scrambles back. They're still after him.
Oh, he should have
gone
down.
And they finally mow him down at back at the 42-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
They're going to put it. Look like they put it back at the 40. I'm not sure about that.
I've never understood these sacks and where they mark these things, but they're going to put it at the 40.
Matthew Hugg with the tackle right there, but Dittmanson.
Yeah, he's in all kinds of trouble.
Well, right off the bat, if you notice when he backed up, he looked like he's bobbling the football.
Yeah, he was.
So that's going to be a big loss right there, 9 yards.
Yeah, back to the 40. It'll be 2nd and 19 from the 40.
8:38 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Pulaski Academy leading over Harrison 16-8.
Goblins come to the line of scrimmage. Dittmanson has a running back off to his left on 2nd down and long. Now he has a man in motion. He's going to try to pass, try to set up a screen. Sets it up over the middle, and the Bruins have blown it up if they can make the tackle, and they can't. And they finally do, struggling to get a man down. They still don't get him down. He's staring at the defense. And now we got a little struggle on the sideline. They're not about the 38.
Well, PA's not wrapping up. They're getting there, but they're not wrapping up, and you have to wrap up against
and you got to pop them. That's Mason Martin, number 30. And he was staring down the defense like, you can't bring me down. Well, they didn't. And they finally forced him out of bounds at the 38.
It's only a 2-yard gain, but the missed tackling is what was frustrating there. So it's
3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 17 right here for Harrison. They got the ball down at the 38-yard line of Pulaski Academy.
Dittmanson in the huddle with his team as there's 12 on the play clock, 11, 10. Now they come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. Pulaski Academy fans getting into it. Want their defense to respond. Dittmanson, quick pitch to the left. This one's off the turf.
Well, if he catches
that's right. That was a backwards pass.
That's a lateral pass right there.
That should be a fumble.
It's a lateral pass, and it's going to be a big loss all the way back
to the 44-yard line.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he threw that one backwards. And the receiver, he's very fortunate he came up with it. He looked like he just was giving up on it. And if he had it, that was a live ball.
Well, not only that, though, Jay, but when he touched the ball, when he finally gained it, his knee was on the ground, so it would have been dead anyway, whether the PA defense got there anyhow. But here's a big 4th down play right there.
4th and 20.
That pass
23.
That pass was thrown to Caleb Husky.
4th and 23. And we'll see if they decide to go for it or quick kick it. Dittmanson's in the ball game. His running back, Martin, off to his right. Here we go. Dittmanson looks to pass. A little bit of a rush. Throws it up for grabs down the field. Knock it down, boys. Knock it down. Don't catch it. They do. They knock it down at the 5-yard line. That's the kind you don't want to intercept because you're going to get the ball way back at the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you something, though. The receiver had a couple of steps on the defensive backs of Pulaski Academy, but the ball just hung up in the air way too long. But Blake Titus and Zach White were right there to
knock it down.
Exactly. Good play by the defense there.
The defense gets the ball back for the offense at the 44-yard line. PA's 44. leading at 16-8 with 6:47 to go in the first half. Hatcher comes back on the field as the running back Mason Cobb is off to his left. Here's a fake, and now he's going to pass. Hatcher downfield and missed communication. And there should have been some holding at the 45.
Should have been
no
some holding,
flag.
but that's almost a completion there to Henry. I thought Henry, I guess they're going to say his knee was out of bounds. He was leaning out of bounds as he caught the football.
Well, the crowd on this side.
Well, they were looking at the hold on Trey Johnson,
right.
What they were yelling about.
Second down and 10 from the 44. Hatcher looks to pass, rolls left, steps up, has some room, needs a block. He gets to the 50, down to the 45, the 40, down to the 38-yard line before he's twisted out of bounds on the far sideline. He just kicked that one, got a block, used that, went to the sidelines. It gets good yardage, picks up a first down at the 38, call it the 37-yard line of Harrison.
Well, Bryant Ulrich was able to finally get Hatcher out of bounds, but Hatcher did a great job. He rolled to his left side, and the defense went, so he cuts back to his right, had the running room to go get the first down.
Hatcher looks to the sideline. Coach Kelly and his staff gets the play called in. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hatcher rolls to the right on first down. Looks, has some room, but he decides to throw sideline.
Well, he knifed that one. That's a completion.
23. Brought in, is that Brett Lynch? I think it is. Brett Lynch is so sure-handed, Brooksy. We've seen him all year long.
He's got them Brian Langford hands, if I can go deep in Pulaski Academy history. Just great hands there. That's what happens when you call PA for so many years.
Yeah, you get a lot of names up there and go way back.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Bruins at the 23. Hatcher alone this time. Quick pitch to the left. It's going to be caught. Trey Johnson at the 20, at the 15. Trey Johnson, can't keep it in bounds at about the 12-yard line. They're going to say the 11-yard line.
That'll be a first down, be moving the chains again.
6:18 to go in the first half. Bruins leading at 16-8. And now a timeout.
Hurt player on the field. Looks like
I'm looking to try to see what's going on over there.
I'm not sure I can tell who it is.
It's on the near sideline. It's a Harrison player at about the 10-yard line.
It's hard to. Both players have white pants on, so I'm not sure who it is.
I think Faquan's down there. Faquan.
Yeah, we got an injured player for Harrison, number 7.
All right.
The DB. I'm trying to see
that
what's
would be
wrong.
Riley Jones.
Yeah, he's also their kicker.
He's getting up now.
All right. Well, he's laying on the PA sidelines at about the 10-yard line. Now he's up. Riley Jones is up.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's going to hobble. But he's walking a little better now.
Trying to stay in the game.
They're not going to be able to do that.
Nope, not unless the only way he can stay in the game is if Harrison calls a timeout.
They're going to take him out. Like a left leg or ankle or something. So here we go for the Bruins. First down and 10 from the 11. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Looks like the Bruins may have 2 quarterbacks in the backfield there.
Yeah, they do that a lot. That's Hatcher and Bratcher.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, well, we've had to. I can tell you that. Hatcher with Bratcher to his right. He's going to run it to the left. Bratcher gets down to about the 3-yard line.
How about that? Your quarterback, Lane Hatcher's the leading blocker right there.
Don't see that very often.
No, it's not quite a first down, but it's going to bring up a second down and 2.
Yeah, from the 3, you need to get the 1 for a first down. 6 minutes to go now in the first half. Bruins leading at 16-8.
He goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And they're threatening again. Of course, the Bruins last time had it first and goal and couldn't score. Here's a handoff to Bratcher up the middle. He goes, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's just a big hole. Hats off to Blake Amster and the offensive line. That was a huge hole right there. And Bratcher was able to just walk through and get the touchdown.
22-8 with 5:44 to go here in the first. And Hatcher will look to the sidelines, and he will not receive a tee, which means they're going to go for 2 again. Leading at 22-8 with 5:44 to go here in the first half. Hatcher and Bratcher. Bratcher stays in there. He's going to be behind Hatcher now in a pistol formation. Both of them quarterbacks. 2-point conversion. Hatcher rolls to his left, flips it in the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. couldn't find his receiver in the back left corner of the end zone.
Got some
It'll be 22-8.
Got some score updates real
give
quick.
us some score
How about
updates.
Alma 7, Little Rock McClellan 22 in the first quarter?
Yeah.
Ooh.
See that one coming. Who's our buddy that does Alma game?
Oh, that's Jimmy the Freak Haas.
Oh, Jimmy the Freak. He's not enjoying that one.
No, he's not. Trying to get some others real quick. How about this one? Doesn't surprise me too much. Nashville, this is a 4A game. Nashville 14, Boonville 14 in the first quarter. Fayetteville 6, Bryant 0 in the second quarter. Let's see. Trying to get a Nettleton score for you guys real quick before we send it back to Jay. And here we go. Nettleton 6, Greenbrier 7 in the second quarter. We'll be watching that one closely.
Yeah, certainly will.
Go Eagles.
That last drive was 6 plays, covered 56 yards, 3-yard TD run by Luke Bratcher, and took 1 minute and 3 off the clock.
Now Hatcher has it lined up at the 40-yard line, kicking our way.
Sure would like to get
right
it.
to left. It'd be a good time for it.
I sure would like to recover this one.
Here it comes. It's a bouncer, and it's going to be recovered by Harrison and moved down to the PA 42-yard line. Coulter McQuiston comes up with it, and Harrison will have it at the PA 42.
You know, the onside kicks are an interesting call there, Jay, because the offense can catch it early and run down the field.
Yeah, the receiving team can. Yeah.
No, if the receiving team gets the ball, they cannot advance the ball. So it's a very interesting play right there, the onside kick.
5:39 to go until halftime. Bruins defense back on the field. Bruins leading at 22-8. Noah Dittmanson, the quarterback. He's a senior, 6'1", 210. He will line up in the shotgun with a running back to his left. That's Hunter Holtby. On first down from the Bruin 42. Now Holtby goes to the right. Dittman's hands it off. Nope, he's going to keep it. He's going to keep it, and the Bruins have him after a short gain of about a yard.
Once again, I just don't think that Harrison's got a lot of confidence there in their tailback. Hunter Holby, Holby is. I don't think he's even run the football yet tonight. Now when 30 comes in, Martin, he'll run it.
Yeah, see, Martin's a senior, and
Holby, but they're just not giving the ball to Holby a whole lot. It's just a fake to him. Bruins sniffed that out for just a short gain.
41-yard line, gain of a yard, second down and 9 for Harrison. Bruins leading at 22-8 with 5:03 to go until halftime.
Looks like
running.
I think we got our old buddy Leland Barclay. Nope. Thought I saw Leland down there on the sidelines for a minute.
Second down and 9. Here's a quick handoff, and the Bruins have it smothered. That time they did hand it off to Martin, and Martin gets a yard or two.
Jake Terry on the tackle for Pulaski Academy. I mean, if I'm a
38-yard line.
I know Coach Wyatt and Coach Taylor have seen this, that Holby is not going to get the football. And when Martin comes in, there's a good chance he will run the football. But I don't really think Holby's going to get it. They just don't seem to have the confidence in him.
Third down on a long 6 here.
Maybe he's just a good blocker there.
Ball's at the 38, need to get to the 32.
They're going to put Holby now at the slot back position.
Dittmanson has a running back to his left. He's going to roll to his left and try to pass. The rush is on, has to get rid of it, and it's going to be caught on his knees at the 28-yard line. That time he hit Daniel McCormick. He just threw it out there, and the receiver was there on his knees and made the catch and hit the deck. It's a first down at the 27.
Isaiah Woods just a little bit late getting there.
So first down for the Goblins.
4:02 to go in the first half. Pulaski Academy leading 22-8 over Harrison. But Harrison's driving, looking at a first down and 10 at the PA 27-yard line.
Under 4 minutes to play here until halftime. Josh Carroll will be with us at halftime. And we'll have Paquan on with us too to give us some updates. Dittmanson on first down. Hands it to his tailback.
Well, I think Holby did actually run it
down. And that was it. He was smacked.
He didn't get much. They're going to give him 2 yards. Gets the ball, advances the ball to the Pulaski Academy 25-yard line.
So it'll be second down and 8. Ethan Glasgow, Wesley Wise, and the whole crew there to put a helmet on him after a gain of 2 down to the 25, and it's second down and 8. They are running the clock down, 20 seconds, and they're still standing around.
There's only 3:13 to go here in the half also.
Yeah, they don't want to give the ball back to PA, that's for sure.
Harrison with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Coach Kelly has 2 for the Bruins. Dittmanson is going to pass, rolls to the right, looks, throws it into the end zone. This ball is going to be intercepted, I believe.
Great play.
Intercepted in the end zone. A diving, falling backwards interception in the end zone. And it looked like Zach White.
It is.
That is a big, big play with 2:55 to go until halftime.
That was a great play by Zach White. That was a huge play because it looked like the receiver was open.
He was.
But Zach never gave up on the ball, and Jay, like you said, he just did a diving play and was able to get the big interception.
He had to dive backwards to make the catch.
If he hadn't gotten it, it would have been a touchdown for Harrison.
Now, Pulaski Academy's got almost 3 minutes to go.
Boy, guys, you're talking about big. If Pulaski Academy could score, it looked like Harrison was driving to make this a closer ball game, but the Bruins could take advantage here.
Knock the wind out of their sails.
Yeah. Now whistles on the near side. We'll see what it is.
We got
offsides against the Bruins.
Yeah, they're going to say.
One snap. Encroachment. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
You hear that wind blowing out.
Yeah, what that means is your receivers are offsides, and they're going to call it. Backs up the Bruin 5 yards. Going to give them a first down at 15.
Has Harrison been called for anything yet?
Nope. Only 2 fouls, though, all night long, both against the Bruins. They got a defensive holding and now the offside penalty on offense.
Well, here we go. First and 15 from the 15. Hatcher has a running back to his right. That's Cobb, I believe. He's going to pass. Looks, throws, has a man to 20. Out to the 25, out to the 26-yard line.
Daniel McCormick on the tackle for Harrison.
That was Hayden Cobb on the catch.
Does pick up 6 yards.
Out to the 26. It'll be second down and 4. Clock running. 2:37, 2:36, 2:35 to go until halftime.
Actually, that was 11-yard gain.
Hatcher has it. Looks to pass. Throws it over the middle. Henry has it at the 35, out to the 36-yard line. That'll stop the clock to move the chains with 2:22 to go.
Caleb Husky on the tackle for Harrison.
At the 36, it's first down.
And the Bruins will not be shook because they know how to run that offense fast.
Hatcher on first and 10 from his own 36. Looks to pass. Steps up, throws Henry at the 40, at the 45, at the 50. No, that was Mason Cobb. Mason Martin on the tackle. 2 Masons.
That's a great play there on the crossing pattern to Henry.
That's a sophomore there.
That was a great. Also say once again about the offensive line, we saw that Harrison was getting penetration earlier. The offensive line has closed those gaps a little bit and given Hatcher a lot more time.
Cobb stays in as a running back to the left of Hatcher on first down from midfield. Hatcher pumps. Now the rush is on. He has to get away. Now he runs to his left. Gets the 50, the 45. Gets out of bounds at the 43. Now stops the clock with 1:49 to go. Mason Martin ran him out. But he did a wise thing, and that's get out of bounds.
Well, PA still has 2 timeouts remaining with $1:49 to go in the half. Bruins leading 22-8.
Ball's at the 43 of Harrison. And we'll see if they can get something done here with 1:49 to go. Hatcher has Cobb to the left. Another running back. We'll have to wait to see the number on the right. Hatcher looks to pass. Still looking. Hits his safety valve man at the 40. Out of bounds, or not out of bounds to stop the clock. That was Hayden Cobb he threw to out of the backfield.
Well, that's going to take a lot of time right there on the short gain. Trenton Smith there in on the tackle for Harrison.
1.5 to go now.
Bruins still have 2 timeouts, but
that was only gained, it gained 9. It's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 41. Need to get to the 40 for a first down. Hatcher awaits the snap. Has it. Looks to pass again. Steps up. Dumps it out.
There's a flag on the play, too.
At the 40.
Flag on the play.
Looking for Henry. That was at his feet.
Man, if Hatcher would have stepped up to the right side, though, he had a huge hole in front of him. Could have got the first down easily. We'll have to see what this flag is.
They're talking it over.
And it's ineligible receiver downfield.
It's going to be declined, I think.
I wouldn't decline it because it's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. I think Harrison's going to take this one.
They better take it.
He's looking to the sideline. They're going to decline it.
Wow, it's only 4th
ineligible downfield on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
4th down and a yard from the 41.
Well, that surprised me. I think I would have backed up PA on that one, but maybe they're scared to give them 2 downs.
Yeah. Clock says 1:14 to go until halftime. Bruins leading at 22-8, looking for more. Hatcher has 2 receivers to the right, that's the wide side of the field, and 3 to the short side of the field. He's rolling left.
There it
has
is.
the first down and more, 40-35, and then hits the deck. Slides in at the 33-yard line.
Well, Jay, what's happening is your outside linebackers are coming in. They're trying to get more blitz.
Yeah, they're crashing. And it's
leaving a huge hole right up the middle, and Hatcher saw it that time.
Cobb, the running back, off the left of Hatcher on 1st and 10 at the 34. 1:08 to play till halftime. Here's Cobb. He has some running room down to the 25, down to the 23-yard line. They call it the 24. Caleb Husky on the tackle.
Well, the clock is running.
1 minute. Now they've stopped it.
Stopped it, I guess. Well, they got a problem with the chains, it looks like, across the field from us. Now
they're moving them. 1 minute to go. Ball is at the 24-yard line of Harrison. And this time Lynch is going to take the snap as Hatcher splits out wide to the right. Lynch has it. Quick pitch to the right to Trey Johnson. Now he's in trouble, and he gets away from one man and makes the most out of it that he could, down to about the 21. That's going to kill some clock, and the Bruins have to call a timeout.
41 seconds to go.
Timeout. Pulaski Academy. It's their second timeout of the half.
So we'll keep it here as the Bruins try to.
Sophomore running back and wide receiver Mason Cobb is an up-and-coming player in the Bruins' offensive arsenal, with numerous runs and catches throughout the season. In last week's 57-21 win over Valley View, Cobb had a 29-yard fumble return for a touchdown on a kickoff. In addition to also playing on the Bruin baseball team, Cobb boasts a 4.12 GPA and is a member of the Beta Club as well as the Science and Engineering Club. In his spare time, he loves fishing and playing church league basketball. This offensive player of the game is courtesy of Caldwell Toyota.
I was surprised at that 4th and 1 too. That they.
Well, you could see it happen.
The penalty.
You could see the. Yeah, I didn't like the call right there. Of course, that's why I'm up here and coaches are down the field. But with the 4th and 1, it's almost impossible to stop Pulaski Academy. But that tells me they're scared to give them 2 plays.
Well, Hatcher's back in at quarterback, and we're about ready to get things going again with 41 seconds to go until halftime. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Hatcher rolls to his right. Now fires back over the middle. It's going to be caught at the 20. Down the 15, the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown.
Oh, that's
great
just a
block by
beautiful
Luke
play.
Jones, too.
It's just a great play because all of Harrison had moved to the strong side of the field, Jay. And as Harrison comes back around, and as Pulaski Academy comes back around, there's just one blocker. You get that block, you get the touchdown.
Who was that?
Luke Bratcher. Luke Bratcher
caught that one. He hit the left sideline, needed to block, and Luke Jones was out there to provide it.
Great blocking downfield once again for Pulaski Academies. They're going to go for 1.
Hatcher on for the extra point. And now here comes Harrison. They jump. We see it every week. It's the old hitch play there, and the other team jumps.
Our good friend, the late Pip Runyon, started this.
He sure
and
did.
It just keeps continuing.
For the snap. Encroachment.
Now they're finna go for 2.
Penalties half the distance to the goal.
That's what they normally do. They'll
Try for
draw both
point.
sides, get half the distance to the goal, and then go for 2.
Jay, we've seen that play for so many years. It's just amazing the defense does not see that.
Well, you know they see it in film all week long.
And they do it almost every game.
Now they got big Isaiah Woods in there at running back. Hatcher has it, hands it off to Isaiah, and he has hit the line. Let's see. Did he make it?
I think he's in. Haven't seen it yet. No, they're going to say he's short.
Say he didn't make it.
His body's in there, but his body is in the end zone, but they're going to say the football did not cross the plane.
Well, Coach Kelly's asking questions. Now he comes back to the sideline.
So it's
28-8 with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
20-point lead. Does PA give a short field with 33 seconds, or do they kick it deep?
No. Here comes another onside kick. Coach Kelly, you know his way of thinking is, hey, we can get the ball back, score again.
Right.
Well, they still got 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah. So it's 28-8 Bruins.
I'll let you in on a little secret here, Lanny. Our quickest score of the year is 9 seconds.
9 seconds. I think we did that twice, didn't we, Bruce?
Yeah, twice.
Well, that first play was...
That was pretty close, yeah. Well,
that was pretty close.
He didn't score, but he got 75 yards on it. Yeah. Well, the Bruins come onto the field, kicking from our right to our left. 33 seconds to go until halftime. Join our crew at halftime here for Quans down on the field. There's Joshua Carroll will be with us also with Brooks Seals.
I got a halftime interview with Coach Kelly.
All right. We'll see what Coach Kelly says at halftime. Hatcher has it teed up at the 40. And there's the whistle. He's going to be kicking our way. It's going to be another bouncer. And this one takes a high bounce, and it's perfect. Perfect, and the Bruins have it at the 49. That's Wesley Wise. That one was perfect. It took those two small bounces, then the high bounce.
It's the high bounce.
And it was just up for grabs, and Wesley Wise went up and got it at the 49-yard line of Harrison.
That was a huge play. 30 seconds to go in the half. PA still got one timeout remaining.
Yeah, you know, Coach Kelly was thinking, hey, wait a minute, there's a flag on. Boy, they just threw it. Harrison's coach is on the field, and they just threw a flag.
Boy, if it's a 15-yard against Harrison, that is big penalty.
The official on the opposite side trying to say the ball was
After the
touched
play,
early.
sideline warning against Harrison.
Sideline warning.
Pulaski Academy's ball, first down.
All right, it was a sideline warning. They're trying to get the coach off the field on the far side. He's not cooperating too much. That's Joel Wells, the head coach of Harrison.
The
Timeout, Harrison.
The
first time out of the half.
The head lineman on the far side of the field trying to say the ball was touched before it went 10
There's
yards.
no way.
That's why the coach called timeout.
There's no way that happened.
And I seen the official come over. They really wasn't talking about the sideline one. They was talking about the onside kick.
Yeah.
No, there's no way because Harrison jumped up and nicked that ball before Pulaski Academy ever got to it.
They was already at the 50 before anybody jumped for it anyway. So.
Do you see Landon over there talking to the coach? That's what they talking about. Because the lineman, that's not his call. Because he way across the field, you got to trust your partner.
Right.
That's his line, but they trying to say he touched the ball early. That's what they talking about.
Well, they can talk about it, but that's not going to change the outcome. Right. Pulaski Academy's got the ball on the 49-yard line of Harrison.
Coming back out.
You can't change the play now.
On this play, I'll look out for Brett Lynch.
You're right, Paquan. He's a guy with the sure hands. He's a go-to receiver, and he's got enough speed to break free. So we'll see. The Bruins have it at the Harrison 49, trying to cash in after an onside.
Please reset the game clock to 33 seconds. 33 seconds.
33 seconds.
Well, that wind is blowing. You can hear that.
28-8, the Bruins leading. And, boy, they're looking for a big one here before halftime. The Bruins still have one timeout left. Hatcher, after the onside kick recovery. Good field position for Hatcher and the Bruins at the 49 of Harrison. I think it says 33.
I think they should at least take 1 second off because the ball was touched. 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was
you got to take a few seconds off.
Right, I agree with that.
It's not like a dead
I
ball.
don't. I think they'll leave it the way it is. Let's play.
Yeah. Now they're going to talk it over. They come to the near sideline.
Trust me, that Harrison coach working that official.
Oh, yeah, they'll get some kind of call here in a little bit.
See, they still talking about the touch.
Asking this guy
they
here
still
if it was
talking
okay.
about the touch.
That play's over, buddy. Let's
move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
They're going to move it back to midfield now. Well, okay.
I think they got the officials nervous right now.
I think they're a little bit, yeah. Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for mid. Now timeout on the far side. We got some issues with the
chain.
With the chain gang.
Looks like the chain gang operator needed to tie his shoe.
Chain gang
What'd you say, Josh?
Need to tie his shoe.
Yes, looks like he needed to tie his shoe.
All right, looks like he needs to tie his shoe. All right, well, I guess we're ready.
Maybe they ought to start thinking about wearing loafers.
Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go, Hatcher. After a long delay, the Bruins had the football at the 50-yard line. This also gives this defense for Harrison a chance to catch
That's the
breath.
key. That's the key right there. It gives Harrison a chance to gain their composure.
They've been on the field, but now they get a chance to catch their breath. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Has a snap. Looks left. Still looking. Puts it up for grabs. There's Lynch.
There goes my boy.
20 to 15 to 10, 5 touchdown. Paquan Harris.
He called it. He called it just a skinny post pattern right there. It's just a beautiful pass by Lane Hatcher.
Yep.
And boy, I think your 9 seconds just got beat right there.
I sure did.
Hey, you know, Paquan, if you were Houston Nuts, you'd tell Chuck Barrett, hey, I called that play, baby.
Yeah.
I really believe long time ago they should have went back to him when he beat him in the first. Anytime you got this type of receivers with the athletic ability and the route running they got, anytime you play them in man, you go deep.
We'll talk about the breakaway speed, too, because once he catches the pass, he just leaves the defensive backs behind him.
Guys, what a score that was to make it 34-8.
And we broke our record, Jay. It took 7 seconds.
7 seconds. They're going to go for 2. Hatcher has a running back behind him. That's Bratcher. Pistol formation. Rolls to the right. Throws back to the left. Has a man in the end zone and is caught.
Easy. I believe that's Henry in the
It's
back.
either Henry or Cobb, one or the other.
Easy play right there for Pulaski Academy.
That's Henry. That makes it 36-8.
Jay, we want to talk a little bit about these numbers on these gray uniforms because unless they're right in front of me, I can't see them.
We have seen 112 different uniform combinations this year from Pulaski.
Yeah.
Sure have.
It's almost like they change every quarter. And these are not the worst as far as reading the
gold are terrible.
The white jerseys with the gold.
I know.
Terrible.
I remember those. Oh, they're awful.
Yeah, they're tough. Well, the Bruins lead it now, 36-8. This thing was nip and tuck there for a little while, and all of a sudden, three scores in a row.
Look at the body chemistry right now. The Harrison players, they're feeling it right now. They've given up 2 scores within 2 minutes apart. Rosie?
Yeah. Within 2 minutes, down 14 or 16 points there.
Yep.
Now they're down 36-8.
Yeah.
You know what Coach Kelly's thinking, guys?
Onside kick.
Let's do it again. We saved our timeout. Let's do it again.
And you can bury a team right here.
Ball is teed up at the 40. We saw him do this against Cabot back years ago.
Yeah.
It was 29-0 PA before Cabot ever got on offense, ever got on the field. There's the whistle, and here comes the kick. He's kicking it the other way, an little pooch kick this time. And it's going to be picked up at the 25. Back to the
great play. Great downfield
tackle. That ball was picked up by it was picked up by
13.
Daniel McCormick.
Great downfield tackle, though, for Pulaski Academy. So with 22 seconds, what does Harrison do right here?
That was Zach White.
Zach
on the
White, yeah.
So the Goblins will have it at the 27, 28-yard line. They're going to put it down at the 28 with the nose of the ball on the 28 with 22 seconds to go. 2
timeouts for Harrison. PA still got 1 timeout remaining.
Bruins leading at 36-8. And this is what you have to do in a playoff game against a team like Harrison. You have to try to put them away. Don't let them go into the second half thinking, hey, we're right in this thing. Dittmanson.
Hook and lateral.
Little hook and lateral on the left, on the far side at the 30. But the Bruins read it well. Only a pickup of about 7.
You don't think Pulaski Academy's seen a hook and lateral before?
A whole bunch of times.
I can remember time Parker Mack used to catch that big offensive lineman, Luke Bratcher.
Rumble down the field.
Luke Bratcher with the tackle for the Bruins.
And they'll give them 8. And there's the end of the first half. Well, this thing in the first quarter was nip and tuck. Second quarter, the Bruins started to pull away.
Coach Kelly.
Got Coach Kelly. Faquan, you got him?
I'm going to get him right now.
All right, let's see if Faquan Harris can catch up.
He's got him.
Yeah, I got him right now.
All right, go ahead, Faquan.
Hey, Coach Kelly, they came out. It was a shaky start at the beginning of the game. What do you think about the start of the game?
Well, I think we're in the final 8 of the playoffs, so everybody's a pretty good team. Everybody's just used to us jumping on people, so we call that a shaky start. You know, everybody's just not used to us playing close games, but they came out, they have a good plan. You know, they executed early on. Finally, we got our bearings a little bit. We were able to make a couple of big plays, and that always changed the game. And the onside kick is the eternal game changer.
One more question. What adjustment do you think you need to make at halftime?
We're going to have to be able to line up and run the football a little bit. They're playing 6 in the box right now. Nobody does that because we throw it pretty well. And although we've got 36 points, I'd like to be able to line up and run the football some, so we've got to do a better job there.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Kelly. Thank you, Faquan. And, Coach Kelly says, you're in the playoffs. You're going to be playing good teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's no slouch there in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Well, we'll take a break. Stay tuned for halftime. Our score after 1 half of play, Bruins 36, Harrison 8. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5.
Good evening, Bruin fans, and welcome back to Rector Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium tonight. We're at halftime, about 17 and a half minutes remaining. Your score, Pulaski Academy 36, Harrison Goblins 8. What an exciting first half we've had, Brooks.
I'm telling you, we've had a lot of scoring first half, and it's been an exciting ball game, and I'm really I'm looking forward to another good second half.
The two that obviously jump out to me are the first play of the first half and the last series of the first half.
We got off to a real quick start. 2 plays, touchdown, 80-yard drive and 5-yard TD pass or run by E.J. Anderson, and 29 seconds off the clock. So PA got off to a real good start, and that's the way we like to start.
That's fun football right there.
Yeah, that's exciting, fun football. Of course, the other team doesn't like that, though.
Of course not.
And so, anyway, we scored there, and then we went for 2, and Isaiah Woods, the big defensive tackle that we had, ran it on in for the 2-point conversion, so it made it 8-0. And then, believe it or not, Harrison came right back and made it 8-8. They went for 2 on their touchdown, and so it tied the game up. The second drive that we had for a scoring drive was a 4-play and 81 yards. And it was a 69-yard TD pass by Lane Hatcher to Trey Johnston. And that took a minute and 27 off the clock. And we went for made it 14-8, went for 2 and made that. So that was also a pass to Trey Johnston for the 2-point conversion. And so that ended the quarter at 16-8. And then in the second quarter, next scoring drive, we had a 6-play, 56-yard drive, a 3-yard TD run by Luke Bratcher. Took a minute and 3 off the clock. And we tried for 2 on that one, but we didn't make it, so that made the score 22-8. And then our fourth drive for a touchdown, it was 8 plays, 85-yard drive, and a 21-yard TD pass by Lane Hatcher to not his brother but his cousin. No, I'm just kidding. His name is Luke Bratcher. So Lane Hatcher to Luke Bratcher. Anyway, that took 2:22 off the clock, and we went for 2 on that, but it failed, and so it made the score 28-8. And then with about 30 seconds left in the final quarter, right before halftime, we got an onside kick. And within 7 seconds we scored again. So it was a real fast finish there at the last, and the last one was a 1-play, 50-yard drive. And
is that an unofficial new PA record?
In my category, category. I've been trying to keep all the touchdown scoring drives and everything, but we had a couple earlier in the year that took 9 seconds, but this one only took 7. So I guess that one's in first place right now. But anyway, that made it 34-8, and then we went for 2 points to Hudson Hendry, and it was good, so it made the final score at halftime 36-8.
There you have it, folks. That's the first half wrap-up. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back to speak with Sheridan Posey, director of the drama department here at Pulaski Academy. You're listening to Bruin Football.
So if you make a mistake, no big deal.
Good.
Welcome back. This is Bruin Football on 96.5 FM. Again, our score at halftime, Pulaski Academy 36, Harrison Goblins 8. We have about 13 minutes remaining in halftime. We're joined this evening by Miss Posey, Sheridan Posey, who is the head of the drama department, right?
I am.
The only drama teacher.
I'm the one and only.
That's it. I know y'all have had a lot of exciting things going on this year. I know that you're somewhat new to the school. This is what, your 3rd year?
It's my 3rd year, yes.
So what brought you here?
Okay, awesome. My background is in professional theater. I worked professionally as an actress in South Carolina at the Charleston Stage Company, then hopped over to Indianapolis with the Bridgework Theater Company. Eventually I wanted to get closer to home. My family's in Jonesboro, so I worked at Arkansas Repertory Theater, first as an actress and then as their education assistant director.
Wow.
Yeah. So I started moving into theater education and thought I'd like to make that a full-time gig.
You know, that's something that really goes hand in hand, acting or just just drama in general and teaching, because no matter if you're in the classroom with actual students or a director with actors on a stage, it feels like you're always teaching someone something, right?
Yes, and every teacher has a little bit of an actor in them. They have to.
Of course, yeah. I think that could be said for announcers, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, we know this recently you finished out Antigone,
yeah.
which Greek tragedy. It was an excellent show.
Thank you so much. It was awesome to let the kids experiment with some Greek theater, the beginning of theater. And we did an updated version, and they just did an amazing job with it. It was a really passionate, dramatic play, and we were just all really pleased with the experience.
Right. So, of course, you brought your husband Drew with
Yes.
you, and it seems like you see one, you see the other, and we know my wife Christina and I, we've been accused of the same thing, but it's a team effort, it seems like, because Drew comes in and puts the sets together.
Yes.
That's right.
So what goes into that, actually creating this set? I mean, do you have something that you look at, or do you get inspiration from, or do the two of you just get together and sketch it out? How does that work?
Well, my education is in scenic design, and so I have a lot of experience to pull from. And so when we start our process, we talk about the script, we talk about the story, we talk about the necessities, and then we talk about the art. And it's really fun to work with someone that you also spend all of your time with, because it's kind of a constant creative process. And we're really able to break things down and talk about what we need and how to use the tools and supplies that we have at PA to make things as good and polished and professional as we possibly can.
Well, I know from firsthand experience that you are both doing an excellent job. Every single one of the productions that I've been to, at least, have been just phenomenal. I remember the first one that I went to. It was I think it was Halloween last year or the year before last.
The Werewolf's Curse.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was it just blew me away with the level of talent that you get to work with, the set design. Everything through the whole show was just smooth. I mean, it looked like a professional production. It really did.
Thank you.
So I know coming up just very soon, you have Frosty Follies.
Oh, yes, Frosty Follies. This is such a fun show that we're doing in conjunction with our choir and band departments, of course, at Frosty Follies, called How Santa Got His Christmas Tree. And it's an adorable little play about two elves, sneaky and stingy, who cause problems in Santa's toy shop. They get kicked out because they're so mischievous. So they have to find a way back into Santa's heart, and of course they do, and it's a wonderful happy ending, but really
Spoiler
cute show.
alert.
Sorry, spoiler, but with Santa, I mean, you got to have a happy ending.
Right. So when is this show?
It is December 6th, coming up right when second week after we get back from Thanksgiving. December 6th at 7 p.m. in the Connor Performing Arts Center.
Last question: Do you have any hints, or can you give us any spoilers of what we can expect to see next year or coming up this year?
Not next year yet, but coming up for our spring musical, we're doing the Addams Family. Musical.
Fun!
Yes, and we have auditions coming up before they're out for holiday break.
If you need someone to snap, I'm really good at snapping.
Awesome, professional snapper right here. But yeah, we're really excited about that show. The kids are gearing up for auditions, and it's going to be super fun and quirky and all the things that the Addams Family are.
The two of you have already talked about. You're already thinking about the set design.
You can expect to see the Mansford roof.
I love it.
Yes, and we have Morticia's chair. Yes, the giant chair. We're very excited. Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure we'll have you on again soon.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. You've been listening to Bruin Football. Our score at halftime: Bruins 36, Harrison Goblins. Welcome back to Rector Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. I'm Joshua Carroll, joined by Brooks Beasley. And with us this evening, we have Dr. Lisa Renshaw. Good evening.
Good evening, Josh.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I know we just kind of swapped out microphones real quick here. Didn't have a chance to settle in. So, I don't remember. I'm sorry. Tell us what your official title is at the school.
Actually, my title is Head of Academics and Student Life.
All right. I'm sure that encompasses quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
So I know that recently there's been a new program that's been started in the upper school, and all I know really is that it's a class or a series of classes or multiple classes, and somehow college credit is involved. Why don't you take me through that and tell me more about that?
Absolutely, Josh. Let me mention that what we have implemented this year is our first prototype, our class in concurrent credit with the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Actually, the concurrent credit is in our advanced placement biology class, and we're hoping to expand this program into other areas next year. I wanted to mention it's actually one part of a larger piece of our academic program that deals with allowing students to gain college credit while they're still taking their high school classes. Currently, we offer 24 what are considered to be advanced placement or AP classes, and they span the curriculum from math to social studies to English and so on. This year, we had approximately 225 exams taken at the end of these courses.
Wow.
And through those exams, that they make a 3 or better out of a 5-point scale, they have the opportunity to get credit at their universities. So expanding into the concurrent credit allows us to go a step further.
Sure.
We're partnering with UALR, and what occurs is that, for example, this year, our students taking the advanced placement biology can sign up to take the course concurrently with UALR, and in doing so, they can earn 4 hours of not graduate credit, they wish, but 4 hours of college credit for the first semester and 4 hours for the second semester.
Wow.
So they can end up, by doing nothing more than what they would do in their regular high school class, getting 8 hours of credit. Now, the benefit to our parents is that right now UALR has a grant, so therefore they're only charging our students $50 each semester. So for $100, they actually end up with 8 hours credit, which if you looked at it with tuition and books and so on like that at the college level would be about $2,500. So it's quite a savings for our parents. We're hoping to expand this next year into a variety of different areas and to add that to our regular AP courses.
Wow, that's incredible. It was, it's an opportunity that you don't really see often. Is this a brand new program that you're being able to take part of, or has this been around for a while?
The concept of concurrent credit has been with us for a while, and we've looked at several different programs over the year, but this is the one that we think that would actually meet the need and the criteria that our students have, particularly since it's with the University of Arkansas system. It's easily transferable to just about any school in state. Now, you would have to check if you were going out of state to see whether or not the colleges or universities you're interested in would be willing to take that credit.
Sure.
But in state, it's pretty much a given.
Wow. So the students don't have to go to University of Arkansas at Little Rock, great school, but they don't have to go there if they don't want to.
Yes, the credit goes on their transcript, their college transcript, and they can take that with them to other schools as long as the schools will accept it. And like I said, since it's part of the university system, that's a pretty easy thing to transfer to the U of A, Fayetteville, Monticello, Pine Bluff, Little Rock. So,
wow.
Great opportunities.
So I guess one last question. All of this is wonderful information. As a parent, obviously, I just heard about it kind of vaguely, and I've heard a lot of now. If there are parents or if there's anyone out there looking for more information, who should they contact?
They need to call our college counseling department. You can do that by calling our main number, which is 604-1910, and asking them to connect them with our college counseling. Lauren Patterson or Cheryl Watts can help them out, and we hope to expand this next year into core areas of English and math so that our students can get the credit for the good courses they're taking.
What an incredible opportunity. Doing great things. Thank you so much, Dr. Renshaw, for joining us this evening.
Well, you're quite welcome. I'm always delighted to talk with you about programs at Pulaski Academy.
Outstanding. All right, let's take one more quick break, and then we'll come back and hit some scores around the state. Our halftime score, Pulaski Academy 36, Harrison Goblins 8. You're listening to Welcome back to Bruin football. Our halftime score, 36-8. Pulaski Academy currently leads Harrison as the teams run back out on the field. I'm Joshua Carroll here with Brooks Beasley. You know, we talked earlier about the exciting first half that we had. It's just incredible. Brooks, what do you hope to see in the second half?
Well, like Coach Kelly said, they're right at the start of halftime. They're going to try to run the ball a little bit more and use up some of the clock and see if they can't do a little bit better. You know, they've done an outstanding job passing tonight, but their running's been a little bit suspect, so he's going to work on that the second half and see what they can come up with there. But I think Harrison started out playing a really good game and then just kind of let it slip away from them just a little bit. Pulaski Academy jumped on them real quick there, a couple of scores right before halftime, and kind of took a little bit of the wind out of their sails. But anyway, I look for an outstanding performance from the Bruins in the second half, as well as Harrison. I think they're not going to give up.
Yeah, you can't sleep on this Goblins team defense.
No.
Let's go ahead and hit some scores from around the state really quickly. We've got about 48 seconds remaining at halftime. Little Rock McClellan currently leads Alma 36-21. Morrilton leading Wynn 7-3. Again, that game right there will help determine what happens with Pulaski Academy next week. You have Nettleton 6, Greenbrier 14, and then of course our Pulaski Academy score 36. Harrison Goblins 8. Let's go ahead and take one final break. You've been listening to the Bruin Halftime.
Well, about ready to start the second half here at Pulaski Academy. 36-8, the Bruins lead it. Guys, first quarter is kind of tight. Bruins looked like after that first play of the game they were going to take charge early. And all of a sudden a big strike by Harrison down the field and got back in the ball game. Second quarter, really the Bruins started to push the pedal a little bit. Got some quick scores before halftime, and that has helped them to this 36-8 lead here at halftime.
Jay, I believe the game right here, the outcome is going to be determined right here with this first drive. Harrison's going to get the ball back. They recover the onside kick, and that should determine the outcome of the ball game. Harrison goes back and scores. We may have a game. If not, probably over.
If they give the ball back to Pulaski Academy, you're right, and the Bruins score. If the defense holds them, gets the ball back, and the Bruins come out and score, and we've got a different story.
You know, one aspect of the game here, I think it's warm tonight, but these guys are in shape and they've been playing all year. But one thing that you might consider, Harrison doesn't have but 12 seniors, and they've got 13 juniors. But, man, they've got a heck of a sophomore class, got 30 sophomores. So that could take a toll on the teams playing both ways. But if Harrison will stick it out the next couple of years and these sophomores become seniors, look out for them.
Yeah, they can come back up here and get beat again.
Well, they got a history of good football in Harrison.
They do.
I can remember, I'll never forget a year that we played up there at Harrison, and his first game of the season.
Oh boy, was that ever
We
hot.
had the sun coming across. They had to set up a little plywood box to broadcast the game from on the visitor side, with a plexiglass front window that did not open.
It's like a sauna in there.
It was. I can remember so hot that I would lean down to check out some of the rosters and sweat would drip off my nose. I had on a white shirt that was just soaked by the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was a hot game in Harrison.
I think that was the night also that we met Martin.
I think it was. You're exactly right, because we went over to Fayetteville to spend the night. Well, this one has another half to it. We'll see which way it turns here early in the second half. Bruins took the opening kickoff, scored in 2 plays. The first one was a 75-yard pass down to the 5-yard line. They scored quickly after that. Took a very quick 8-0 lead. Looked like they were starting off the way they wanted things to go, and then Harrison came back. The Bruins actually had them on a 4th down play, but Harrison's quarterback, Noah Dittmanson, threw a long pass that was caught. And that put them right back in the ball game again. And the Bruins in the second quarter got things rolling. Scored quickly a couple of 3 times. And lead at 36-8 as we start the second half. Well, as we said, the Bruins took the opening kickoff, so this time they'll kick to Harrison. We can expect probably another onside kick. We walked through the Harrison radio booth, and they were still complaining about that onside kick that the Bruins recovered. Saying, well, it didn't go 10 yards. Well, yeah, it did go 10 yards.
Well, if your team touches the ball, it's a live ball. That was the kicker right there, and the ball was also spotted at the 50. You kick it from the 40, if my math's correct, that's 10 yards.
The ball took a high hop and was caught by the Bruins right at or beyond the 50, actually. Well, Hatcher is going to lay it sideways on the tee at the 40-yard line, kicking left to right on this windy, not cool, we'll say. I can't really say it's hot or warm, but it's certainly not cool tonight with the wind blowing. There's the whistle, and here we go with the second half. Hatcher backs up, looks at the football laying flat on the tee, and here's the kick. It's going to be a roller that is fumbled, but fell upon by Harrison at the 49-yard line. Went off one Goblin, but they gobbled it up. Noah Dittmanson, the quarterback, is the one who fell on it. He kind of hobbled a little bit out there.
That's dangerous right there, getting your quarterback
out there. He's bending over,
there.
yeah.
After you're out there trying to get your recover onside kicks.
They'll give it to the Goblins at their own 48 to start the second half. Bruins leading it 36-8. We'll see if this defense has made some adjustments here. To key on this quarterback, Dittmanson, and also number 30, Mason Martin, have been getting a lot of the carries. Dittmanson in a shotgun, Martin to his side. He's going to keep it himself, run around the right side. The gray shirts are there.
He got planted.
Him up. He got about a yard and a half.
He got planted right there.
He spun around and buried.
Yeah, that's Jake Terry with the big tackle, just planted.
Just beyond the 49, about between the 49 and 50. Second down and 9 yards to go for the Goblins. Big crowd across the way, big crowd filling up the far side here at Rector Field, Joe B. Hatcher Stadium.
Did they add a few extra bleachers over there, Jay?
I don't know. They've got a big crowd.
Yeah, they've got a big crowd. That's 140 miles away.
Yep. Second down and 9. Dittmanson, the quarterback. This time he's going to hand it off to his running back, and he is hit before he can ever get the handoff practically. Driven backwards. Wesley Wise was the first man there. Boy, the Bruins were ready for that.
Yeah.
We were talking about adjustments at halftime.
There it is right there. I'll tell you also that Harrison's trying to set up a reverse, but Wise just blew the play up.
No
and they
chance.
were never able to give the second handoff.
Moves it back to the 45. They're going to say a 3-yard loss. It could have easily been 6 or 7, but they're going to give him the 45. Third down and 13. Need to get to the Bruin 42 for a first down.
On their play, the reason why they spotting it at the 45 is where they make first contact at. Once they make first contact, if he never make another move to break a tackle, that's where it go back to.
So third down and long. Dittmanson sprints back, looks, throws. It's going to be incomplete. Got to short hop the receiver.
He's trying to hit Cameron Jones.
Yep.
But Jones did find the seam, though, in the defense. He just short hopped it.
So it's fourth down and 13, and here's a big play early in the second half. Harrison, they're huddling up like they are going to go for it. Down 36-8. You figure they probably will.
Well, it's dangerous right here if they don't get a first down, get PA such a short
That's
field.
a big play, really big play. Fourth down from their own 45.
Might be a quick kick, too.
Fourth and 13, Dittmanson calls the play, has it, steps back, looks to pass. Rush is on, he's in trouble, he has to get rid of it, and it's going to be intercepted at the 40, 45, 50. Back to the 45-yard line, and the Bruins defense holds, and they take over after the interception.
That's the second interception of the night, trying to get the number.
That was Zach White.
Well, that's 2 for White. He got an interception in the end zone earlier.
He's having quite a night.
2 interceptions now for Zach White.
Brought it back to the 43.
That play wasn't going to work very well. There's way too much pressure right there.
6 Bruins converging on Dittmanson right there, and he finally fired it downfield. White read it, stepped in front of the intended receiver. Took it back to the 43 of Harrison.
Look out for my boy Lynch.
All right, we got you there, Faquan.
I'll go to him right now and get it over with.
There's a late entry. That's E.J. Anderson. Off to the left. Hatcher back to pass. Throws it. It's going to be caught. Trey Johnson makes a man miss. Gets to the 35, down to the 30, inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Trey Johnson, Justin Rowland, finally brought him down.
You saw right there some missed tackles. Martin's the tackle right there, and the fatigue, we'll have to watch it because I think it's going to catch up on Harrison here in the second half.
They got these players playing both ways. We see that a lot. Anytime you have to chase PA for a whole ball game, it's not fun.
You're going to get worn out before the game's over with.
First and 10, Anderson in motion. Hatcher, quick pitch to the right, caught at the 25, the 20, inside the 20 to the 18 goes Hayden Cobb. Tyler Lovell.
Moves the chains once again for a first down. Bruins moving once again. They got inside the 20, inside the red zone. Ball spotted at the Harrison 18-yard line.
Let's for a run here. Hatcher with Anderson. E.J. Anderson off his left hip on first down from the 18. Hatcher has it, hands it off to E.J. He busts the middle, gets a little bit of room down to the 15, leans just inside the 15.
That hole right there was on the left side, though. If Anderson cuts back left, he scores. Tackle made by Bruce Both.
He hit a high traffic area there.
He cuts back left, it's a score.
9-12 to go in the third. Bruins leading at 36-8. Ball is at the 15-yard line, second down and 7. Touchdown, extra point. Yes, Vicky, you're probably listening saying don't say it, but could put us over the top here. Hatcher rolls to the right, looks, steps up. He's going to run it. He's at the 10. He steps out just before he gets to the 10, I think.
Let's put him at the 11.
So he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. It'll be third down and 3. Need to get to the 8 for a first down. 8:46 to play in the third quarter. Bruins leading at 36-8 over Harrison. Anderson still the running back off the left hip of Hatcher. He gets the call running right at the 10, at the 5, steps back in. He's knocked down to about the 2, maybe the 1. He's got a first down. It'll be first and goal for the Bruins.
Did you see the block by number 71, Wesley Coleman?
Yeah, he was out there. I'll tell you one thing, Faquan, this offensive line, they're big, but they can also move.
Yeah, number 71, Coleman set the edge right then.
Yep.
That was a great block.
First and goal from the 2. Hatcher fires, end zone. It's going to be broken up. Nearly intercepted.
That's a
three guys diving at the ball. 2 of them are Goblins.
Yeah, that's a dangerous play right there.
And they're going to check on, oh, boy, he's knocked out, I believe. Trying to get off the field is that Trey Johnson?
Yeah.
That's Trey Johnson.
He fell twice trying to get up and run off the field. And they're going to say, wait a minute.
To get him off the field.
He was diving for that ball, and they all collided at the goal line. And he got up and started to run twice and fell down.
According to the high school rules on concussion protocol, he done for the game.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. They'll bring him out. Coach Kelly's out there talking to him. Hudson Henry checks in. He's walking sideways. And the crowd gives him a good hand. They get him off the field. Boy, I'm telling you what, that was dangerous. You had 3 guys diving for the ball, and their helmets collided. He looks at his parents up in the stands and gives them a thumbs up as they walk him down the sidelines. That's good to see, but I'll tell you what. And here we go, Hatcher. Quick pitch to Anderson. He's got a seam, and he's going to score.
Touchdown.
E.J. Anderson. And this one, with the extra point, could put the Bruins up by 35.
Which would be a mercy rule.
Which would be a mercy rule.
Also known as a sportsmanship rule, but we like to call it a mercy rule.
That play when Jones got hurt, that could be big going into next week.
Yeah, it could.
Because if he can't play next week on a play that really with the score, you don't put your best receiver in a position like that. Then we got to think about, is the doctor gonna clear him? Is he gonna be ready to play next week? That could affect PA big time going down the road.
Well, the kick is up and the kick is good, and the Bruins now lead it by 35, 43-8, with 8:24 to go in the third. That puts us into the sportsmanship.
The Bruin offensive line consists of seniors Luke Jones, Ford Aguiar, and Alan Amuimuia, and juniors Luke Hawes and Wesley Coleman. They have led the Bruins to average 8.6 yards per play, 586 yards per game, and 58 points per game. Throughout the season, the line has successfully protected the quarterback 94.5% of the time out of 484 attempted passes. The Bruin O-line is the heart and soul of the PA offense. This team spotlight is courtesy of the Hatcher Agency.
Morrilton's got a shootout going, win leading 10-7. Wow. In the third quarter.
What's the McClellan score?
McClellan score is, let's see. Hatcher's going to kick this one away. He's got it teed up at the 40. Here's the kick, and this is going to be a little squib kick. Hits at the 30, the 25. It's picked up at the 20. Back to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, out to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. That's where the Goblins will take over. And Laney's trying to get some scores, and we'll get to them as quickly as we can. Yes. Yes, Joshua.
I don't know if you can hear me very well. Number 12 there, looks like he tweaked his ankle there at the end of the play. He's still in there, but he tweaked his left ankle.
Their quarterback,
got up really slowly.
Dittman's their quarterback.
He's been getting banged up almost every play.
Well, he's still in there. First down from their own 37.5. Dittmanson back to pass, pumps once. Oh, Big Isaiah's after him, but he's going to dump it out there, and it's going to be intercepted. 45-50, back to the 45, back to the 40, and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Trent Sawyer. So he gets into the act. Trent Sawyer.
Third interception of the night. Alma 21, Little Rock McClellan 36. That's still in the half.
McClellan's leading by 15 at halftime. So the Bruins have it again at the Harrison 38. Third interception.
That was a great play by Trent Sawyer, and I seen Trent Sawyer. I talked to him on the sideline. I really like Trent.
Yeah.
He's ball savvy, know what he's doing. I think that's a plus to have a cornerback that's ball savvy and know what they're doing going down the road.
Right. Here's a little shovel pass coming to the right at the 35, the 30, the 20. Over that time. John David White.
There's a flag on the play. You're curious what the flag is.
Probably.
I am too.
Coulter Custon is shaking up too. No, it's actually number 6. It's Thayer Lovell.
Personal foul, hurdling against the offense.
They're going to call
15 yards from the slot of the five.
Can't do that.
Still first down.
That last drive was 7 plays, covered 43 yards, a 2-yard TD run by E.J. Anderson. Took 1 minute and 43 off the clock, and made the score 43-8.
You know, I think Coulter right there, he's down right now for Harrison. I think he caught a foot in the helmet.
He may have, yeah.
That's what was a stinger.
Well, Dr. Sam Moore, our good buddy, is out there.
I never heard of that hurdling rule in my life.
It is a rule.
I believe you, but what Ezekiel Elliott do it every Sunday. What's the
also
difference?
Playing in the NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
And if Aquan's the referee,
Playing
you
in
don't
the
know.
NFL, we're watching high school football, trying to protect the players. But I think he took either a knee or he got kicked in the head. That's what.
Dr. Moore was over giving Anthony Lucas a report probably on Trey Johnson. We need to have Dr. Moore on again. We had him on at BB, but great guy and a great physician.
We need to change the hurdling rule.
Juan says he's going to put in a request.
I don't understand that one.
Well, that backs it up to the 42. First down and 14 for the Bruins. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Here comes the same play. This is Henry this time. They grab him, but he gets loose at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He's a hard man to bring down.
He sure is.
Referees missed a whole downfield blocking by PA. They escaped the penalty right there.
He missed that call too. He didn't step out of bounds. I was standing right there on the play.
He cut it back.
He did not. He did not step out of bounds.
I didn't think he did either.
Me and the guy in the yellow shirt right here. If you look down, we were sitting right looking at it. He did not step out of bounds.
Did you see that? Why did you see that whole downfield though?
No, I didn't see the whole once.
Referees missed that one.
Yeah, once the referee made that call, it took me. I took my eyes off of it.
At the 26-yard line, first down for the Bruins. A little shovel pass to the middle at the 20, up to the 15 to the 10, and shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
That was
Hayden Cobb.
Cut back to your left. It's a touchdown.
That was Hayden Cobb, and he's going to move it inside the 10-yard line.
Harrison's gassed right now.
Yeah,
You got
about the 9.
You got a running clock right now with the mercy rule, and Harrison's gassed. They've got no legs left.
Under 6 minutes to play in the third. Bruins leading at 43-8. Mercy rule in effect. The ball is at the 9-yard line. First down for the Bruins. First and goal. Hatcher has Jaden Kelly split wide to his left in the backfield. Now he sends him in motion. He's going to roll the right. Hatcher is. Looks up at the 10. He's going to just step out of bounds.
There's a flag on the play. It might be a hold.
Probably will be where it's called.
Late call.
Flag is at the 18.
Illegal block in the back on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, back him up a little. Well, one thing about it, we can take some time off the clock here.
Yeah.
Yep.
On that last play, I like the speed by Hayden Cobb. He really shows some speed on that
He does.
play.
You know, there are a lot of these guys that you kind of look at them and you think, well, are they fast? But they're quick and they've got some speed too. Backs it up to the 27. So first and long from the 27. First and goal, I guess, from the 27. Hatcher with Kelly behind him. Makes the handoff, looks to pass, steps up, has time, throws deep, and this ball is going to be caught in the end zone by Cobb. Hayden Cobb beat his defenders, and Hatcher laid it in there.
Beautiful pass. I mean, that shows you the arm strength that Hatcher has as he laid that one out. Hit Cobb right on a dead sprint, touchdown. Not many players can throw a football like that.
49-8. Well, there's a reason he holds all these state records and everything else, even a national record along the way.
That's a D1 quarterback right there.
Bratcher will hold. Hatcher will kick it. Oh, and here come the Goblins.
And there's just no reason for that for a PAT when you're down 49.
One snap, encroachment, defense.
He'll still kick it.
Because he's half the distance to the goal.
Cody Glover just couldn't help it. He just came across that time, and they're going to move it half the distance, but they'll still kick the extra point. Bratcher to hold, and Hatcher to kick it. 5:10 to go here in the third. Snap is good. The kick is up, and he has drilled it. We'll take a break with 5:10 to go in the third. Our score now, Pulaski Academy 50, Harrison 8.
The Bruin offensive line consists of seniors Luke Jones, Ford Aguiar, and Alan Amuimuia, and juniors Luke Hawes and Wesley Coleman. They have led the Bruins to average 8.6 yards per play, 586 yards per game, and 58 points per game. Throughout the season, the line has successfully protected the quarterback 94.5% of the time out of 484 attempted passes. The Bruin O-line is the heart and soul of the PA offense. This team spotlight is courtesy of the Hatcher Agency.
Back at Pulaski Academy, quarterfinal action, Class 5A. The Bruins in command, leading at 50-8 with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. At 36 on the board at halftime.
And there are some interesting scores around the state. Fayetteville right down the road at Bryant, leading Bryant 20-0.
Wow.
Wow. That is surprising.
Hatcher has it flat on the turf again. He'll kick it away left to right. It's another squib kick. This one's going to be picked up at the 25. Back to the 28-yard line.
It's great downfield.
Right there. Yeah.
Great downfield tackle.
Daniel McCormick picked it up. Didn't get a whole lot out of it. Ethan Glasgow, I think, was there for the tackle. Harrison will take over at the 28.
That last drive by the Bruins took 4 plays, covered 42 yards, and 27-yard TD pass by Hatcher to Hayden Cobb. Took 2:18 off the clock.
Well, we got a score for a former, I'll tell you after this play, former defensive coordinator at PA, Todd Wood, coaching at Russellville. I'll give you a score after this play.
Dittmanson's going to keep it right, running right. Finds a hole, gets across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. So he gains about 5 on the play.
Well, our good friend Todd Woods up there at Russellville. They're at Pine Bluff, a tough place to play. And sure enough, at halftime, Pine Bluff 22, Russellville 0.
Yeah.
Too many athletes in Pine Bluff.
They do. They have them every year.
Great coach, too, there, Bobby Bolden.
I just want to say that I am really impressed with Lane Hatcher.
Yeah.
Hatchard is one of the best quarterbacks I ever seen on the high school level. He's poised. He got a great arm. He got good footwork. He doesn't turn the ball over, and he reads the field excellent. And I don't understand these college recruiters. How do you see a kid like that and you come see him and you don't offer him? I think he's going to be a steal for a college.
I agree with you, Quan. I think so, too.
Man, I am impressed. He got my heart down here boiled. I'm glad I came to the game and get a chance to see Hatcher.
As a carry for a first down at the 40-yard line. Now here's a handoff to the fullback. He gets about a yard or two.
That's a great tackle right there for Pulaski Academy, coming in and getting a big tackle. 27 there, Thomas Wills. Does that look like a hole right there? But Wills never gave up on the play. 3:05 to go in the third quarter. All Bruins tonight. 50-8 is our score.
Well, that carrying the ball was Mason Martin, fullback. He got a yard. They're going to give him at the 39. Dittmanson, the quarterback, has gone the whole way. He's going to back up to pass. Looking. He's under pressure. Avoids one man. Rolls back to the left. Now he's under pressure again. He's tripped up back to 30.
That's a coverage sack right there, guys, because I'm telling you, I'm looking downfield, and the PA defensive back tackled by Thomas Wills.
Thomas Willis has done a job tonight, too, I'm telling you.
The defensive backs had every receiver covered, and that's just a great coverage sack by the defense.
2:22 to go. The clock rolling here in the third quarter. 50-8 Pulaski Academy. Be a third down from the 31-yard line for Harrison. They have to get up to midfield. So third down and 19. Dittmanson with his running back, Martin off to his left. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Now Martin goes in motion. Dittmanson back to pass. They're going to set up a screen. The Bruins read that one beautifully.
That's twice they tried to hit a screen, and it never worked right there.
Brooks Walton was there, the first man there on Colton Shaver. Isaiah Woods was there. They had several of the defensive players there waiting on that screen to set up.
I'm telling you, Isaiah Woods has been in that Harrison backfield all night long.
That's a loss of 4. It's 4th and 23, and now Harrison will apparently punt it away. Nobody deep for Pulaski Academy. They don't put anybody deep. They just run off the field after the kick. And the quarterback, Dittmanson, will kick it away, standing back at his own 16-yard line. He awaits the snap, gets the snap, punts it away, spiral. Going to hit at the 45, inside the 40 to the 35. That goes sideways at the 32, and that's where the Bruins will take over. And a good job by the defense again. That's probably the last we'll see of these guys this evening.
I was really impressed with the PA front seven. I figured in the first quarter they wouldn't be able to run the ball. I don't think nobody's going to be able to run the ball consistently. Looking down the road to next week, I would be concerned about the secondary because a couple of times they was beaten. I heard y'all say that earlier. But if they get their secondary down to go with their front seven, we got a state championship defense.
Well, they've won 3 in a row, going for their 4th state championship. And if they win this one, which looks like they will, they'll move on to the semifinals next week. Will it be here? Will it be at Nettleton? We'll see.
Do we have a score update on Greenbrier and Nettleton?
It's still 14-6.
Here's a run up to about the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
14-6 Nettleton.
No,
Greenbrier
at the half.
Wow.
It's been that way since we don't have an update since the half.
Ball's at the 33-yard line. They're going to give him a yard.
Second and 9.
Into the third quarter.
That's going to do it. 3, 2, 1. That is the end of 3. After 3 from Pulaski Academy, our score: Pulaski Academy 50. Harrison 8. You're listening to Bruin Football.
This has been a record-breaking season for senior quarterback Lane Hatcher. After last week's win over Valley View, he has amassed 4,527 total yards and a 73.6% completion average, with 54 passing and 8 rushing touchdowns. In the game against Little Rock Christian, Hatcher broke various school, state, and national records, including the national record for 791 total yards in a single game. In addition, he is the state's all-time leading passer, with 14,231 yards, breaking the state record previously held by PA quarterback Stephen Lux. Hatcher is a multi-sport athlete for the Bruins, as he is a 2-time All-State quarterback, an All-Conference baseball player, and a 3-time state champion wrestler. This featured player is courtesy of Cumberland Consulting Group.
Since he was in kindergarten, tackle football. So when he was young, we played him up 2 years. So he played with older kids his whole life. And then when he got to PA in the 5th grade, he played with the 6th grade team. And then when he got to 8th grade, he played with the 9th grade team. And then he got to play up here as a freshman. And once, you know, he's had some great coaching from Coach Kelly once he got to high school and just made him a lot better quarterback. But, you know, just taking a lot of snaps helped him too.
Knowing football like I know football, and you know football, and it's not being saying that's my son and I know he's great. But me saying Lane, I see Lane as one of the best quarterbacks. How frustrating is it that these recruiters doesn't see the same thing that we see?
Well, you know, in college recruiting, they look at your height. That quarterback is the #1 thing. So, you know, at 6'1", he's a little short, but I think they're all busy in their seasons, and I think by the end of the year, they'll look at the film, and I think he'll have plenty of opportunities. He's got a great opportunity right now with Arkansas State. Really likes Coach Anderson. They have a winning program up there. They throw the ball. It's a spread offense. So he's got, you know, a really good family to go to. So I just look forward to seeing what happens next. We got to finish out a great high school season that, you know, when you look back in history, how many teams have won 4 state titles in a row? There's only a couple. So Coach Kelly's about to make some history if he can keep it up.
One more question. If the scholarship that he wants come on the table for football, and we already have a wrestling scholarship, do you let him make the decision or do you push him?
Well, he's already made the decision. He had his offers in wrestling from Oklahoma State and Duke, but he's going to play college football. He loves football, and you know, wrestling's hard. Football's hard too, but it's more fun, and especially getting to play on teams like this. You know, when Tom Brady does well, it's because he's got a great coach in Belichick, and you know, Lane's doing well because he's got a great system, great coach, and great kids. This senior class has only lost 1 game since the 5th grade.
So done a great job, guys.
Right, thank you, Mr.
While we were away, it was a shovel pass from quarterback. I believe that was the head
26, yeah.
Nolan Bruffett, who's a young quarterback, a freshman, 9th grader. A little shovel pass that was actually picked off by Harrison. They took it the distance for a touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. Cody Glover is the one that took it in, make it 50-14.
Onside kick is not successful by Harrison, so PA will get the ball back, I believe, about the 50-yard line. But that was a big good play there by Harrison. Yep. Cuts the lead to 50-14 with 10 minutes to go.
Trey Jones is responsive. He laughing. He interacting with his teammates. So that's a good sign. Looking forward to next week.
Good deal. Trey's moving around the sideline. That's good. Bruins have it after the onside kick recovery at the Harrison 49.
New quarterback in PA.
Trying to get some numbers for you. That's Bratcher. Shovel pass running to the left. That's Cobb inside the 45.
Cobb's got some good size. His
running
back. He's got some good speed, too, right over that left side. Nice pickup there. Tackle made by Sebastian Diffie.
Down to the 42-yard line. Bruins trying to salt this one away with a mercy rule. 9:22 to go. Clock running, leading at 50-14. Bratcher, the quarterback. Brayton Bratcher. Takes a snap. Quick pitch to the left is going to be incomplete, in and out of the intended receiver's hands. He was firing for Nate Cumming.
Yeah, it took off running a little bit before he got the ball. Just took his eyes off of it.
So it's 3rd and 3. Ball's at 42. Need to get to the 39.
8:55 to go in the ball game.
Trying to keep an eye on that Greenbrier Nettleton.
Yeah, I do not have an update since half. I'm trying to get them.
Bratcher takes the snap. He's going to run it himself up the middle. Has a hole at the 30, at the 20. Cuts back and gets knocked down inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line.
Cameron Jones with the tackle for Harrison. Nice run there by Bratcher. Big hole right up the middle.
Yep, he did. That hole developed, and he punched through it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If Greenbrier wins, we go there. If Nettleton wins, we go there.
No,
it's the other way.
No, if Nettleton, the way the brackets are, if Nettleton loses, PA has the higher seed.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here against Greenbrier.
Okay, I got you.
First and 10 for the Bruins. Ratchard quarterback. Ball is at the 18-yard line. Hand off to E.J. Anderson. He's stacked up, tries to bump it outside, but no room there. He's stacked up out the line of scrimmage.
That's a good tackle there by Justin Rowland. He's made several tackles tonight for Pulaski Academy. Bounces off the blocker, steps in the hole, and makes the big tackle.
7:35 to go in this one. Bruins with a big lead, 50-14. Going to chase numbers right now. Bratcher's in there with Nate Cumming checked in. Bratcher looks like he's going to pass. Looks, passes over the middle.
Wide open.
Touchdown. Caught at the 5, in for the touchdown.
Wide open, too. Great pass there by your future Bruin quarterback, possibly.
Let's see who this was.
89, Andrew Cobb.
Andrew Cobb. So Andrew Cobb gets in the end zone. Gets a piece of the action, 56-14. And now Clay James will come on to kick the extra point. Clay James getting some experience. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. Take a break. 7:17 to go in this one. Bruins now leading it over Harrison, 57-14. You're listening to
This has been a record-breaking season for senior quarterback Lane Hatcher. After last week's win over Valley View, he has amassed 4,527 total yards and a 73.6% completion average, with 54 passing and 8 rushing touchdowns. In the game against Little Rock Christian, Hatcher broke various school, state, and national records, including the national record for 791 total yards in a single game. In addition, he is the state's all-time leading passer with 14,231 yards, breaking the state record previously held by PA quarterback Stephen Lux. Hatcher is a multi-sport athlete for the Bruins, as he is a 2-time All-State quarterback, an All-Conference baseball player, and a 3-time state champion wrestler. This featured player is courtesy of Cumberland Consulting Group.
Have the sportsmanship rule in effect. Clock is at 7:17 to go in the game. The Bruins will kick it away from their 40, kicking right to left. It'll be James kicking it away. A few of the Harrison fans getting a head start on the traffic.
Well, they're not quite as loud as they were early in the first quarter.
No, you're thinking about that drive home now. That's not a good. That's
a long.
That's not a good drive home. Yeah. Another drive we hope we don't have to make next week, but we'll wait and see. Here's James. He approaches the football at the 40, puts his leg into it. It's going to be fielded at the 7. Back to the 10. The 15 to the 20. Corralled at the 20 and stopped at the 22-yard line.
Well, Daniel McCormick on the tackle that time for Harrison.
So first down.
Actually, he was running the football. Okay, he can't tackle himself.
Well, sometimes I've seen that happen. Chris Connell made the tackle. First down from the 20, let's call it the 23-yard line for Harrison. Still got their starting quarterback in there.
Well, might as well.
Dittmanson.
It's basketball season starting tomorrow.
Yep, Dittmanson has a hole, runs it up to about the 30-yard line. So he's going to pick up close to 7. It'll be second down and 3 with the clock running. We're down to 6 minutes now.
We got an update in the fourth quarter. Morrilton 14 win. Excuse me, Morrilton 14 win 10.
Wow.
14-10.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter.
Devil Dogs.
Memphis 21, Benton 21.
Who?
West Memphis and Benton.
Gotcha. There's a run close to the first down, about 3 yards. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be close.
Here's one for Jay. North Little Rock 31, Fort Smith Northside 0 in the fourth quarter.
Third and 1 for Harrison at the 32. Need to get to the 33 for a first down. Clock running. We're down to 5:15 to go. Dittmanson under center. Well, they got a new quarterback in there. Hands it off to the running back, and he's going to have the first down close to the 35-yard line. Got, I think Ben Johnson is the quarterback now. 4 for Harrison as they get Dittmanson out of the game.
Wilson Miller on the tackle.
Gentlemen, score update for you from Greenbrier. The end of the third quarter. Greenbrier still leads Nettleton 14-6.
Wow, yeah, low scoring game there. Here's a big run here for Harrison.
Out to midfield. Running back found a hole that time. That was number 24, Colin Ballard.
Colin Ballard carries on the play.
Tackle made by Kate Jones.
Still 14-6. Greenbrier over Nettleton. Something tells me that score is not going to hold.
Yeah, I feel the same.
The handoff running left, twisting and turning it down to about the 45-yard line. Gain of about 5.
That's a good-looking run that time by Colin Ballard. Good looking back. 4:07 to go in the football game. Bruins leading 57-14 over the visiting Harrison Goblins.
Ben Johnson, the quarterback now for the Goblins. Clock under 4 minutes now to play. Danny and Brooks and Josh Juan will have your post-game wrap-up. Here's a pass that's going to be incomplete. Sometimes Johnson was looking for Colin Ballard. He's getting a lot of action here all of a sudden.
Yep.
Incomplete. 3rd down and 5 from the Bruins, just inside the Bruins 45. Yeah. Need to get down to the 40 for a first down.
Moved into the fourth quarter now. Greenbrier still leading 14-6 over Nettleton's fourth quarter score.
Sounds like a defensive battle.
Yep.
Here's a handoff to Ballard again, running left this time. He's got some room down the far sideline inside the 30. Down to the 25-yard line.
Tackle made by Grant
Pino.
Thanks, Jay. I was afraid I was going to butcher that, man.
Felt like Mayo, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That was a great assist there by Jay Jones.
We're down to under 3 minutes.
Don't do that to me again, Brooksy.
I didn't mean to.
Ball's at the 25. Hand off to Ballard again. Well, it's just Ballard left, Ballard right, and Ballard up the middle. He gets about 2 or 3 down to the 22.
Yeah, Will Shelton in on the tackle for Pulaski Academy with a host of other Bruins.
Do we have a win and Morrilton score update?
Yeah, it's Morrilton's leading 14-10 in the second half.
Morrilton's leading 14-10. Here's Johnson, the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself, and he has some room up the middle, plenty of room, and maybe a touchdown. He does. He'll run for a touchdown.
Down Goblins.
Well, they're still playing. That's a good run for
2:10 to go. Makes it 57-20.
Wow, here's a big score. Osceola 34, Prescott 14 in the fourth quarter. Interesting scores around the state. A lot of, I'd call them mild upsets.
Kind of strange scores.
Some of them are. This one really shocks me. Searcy 14, a team I saw last week. El Dorado 0.
Johnson staying for the 2-point conversion. Has a running back on both sides of it. Takes the snap. Rolls to his left. Looks to run. Now he backs up, looks to pass, throws it up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
Good defense that time by the Pulaski Academy to stop 2-point conversion.
A lot of gray shirts over there, I got to tell you. 2:10 to go, and the Bruins will get the kickoff and hopefully run the rest of this timeout, leading at 57-20. Now in the post game, they'll be giving you some scores also.
Warren.
Yep.
Warren all over Ozark, 49-14. That's the final. Robinson 42, Dardanelle 14.
Well, some of these you can kind of figure. I know the folks in Warren. I was down there in Bradley County earlier in the year. That Pink Tomato Festival down there.
Right.
Sat in the cafe talking to some of the people, listening to them talk, and they were kind of concerned about what kind of team they were going to have this year. They had some high hopes, but you know, Bo Embry's team, he's
always a good, great coach.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they started the season out there at War Memorial, and they won that game, and I believe, and they looked pretty good. I was kind of suspect about their quarterback, but maybe he's progressed over the season and doing a good job for them.
Here's the kickoff from the 40. for Harrison. A little squibber is going to be fallen upon at the 35-yard line. Hayden Cobb.
Good job by Hayden, just fall on the football.
Just fall on it.
Just protect it.
Get the ball to 35, and let's run a couple of 3 plays, get this thing over with. Minute 48, minute 47, clock running.
That McClellan-Alma game's getting tighter. It's 44-36 now in the fourth quarter. McClellan leading. A lot of scoring in that ball game.
Hey, Faquan.
Yes, sir.
Give the mic to Coach Kelly after the game's over, please.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Jay.
Oh, no problem.
Don't forget to turn it on.
All right.
Here's a shovel pass running to the right, up to the 35, up to the 38, up to the 40-yard line. Brandon Perkins on the carry.
Do I need to give him the headset too?
No.
That'll move it 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5, and we're down to a minute 5 to go.
If Warren and Robinson if they both keep winning December the 1st, they'll meet at Robinson in the semifinals.
Be a heck of a matchup.
I think so too. And back to Searcy. Searcy got I referee down there. They got a good a group of kids coming up from that ninth grade class. So Searcy looking toward the future. I think they'll be pretty good.
The handoff to Jaden Kelly, running left, and he gets about 4 more, about a yard shy of the first down.
That's
35 seconds to go.
PA doesn't have to see if
we'll see
they put
when
it in
they
play.
signal in play.
Have they put it in play yet?
No, sir.
Let's wait and see.
Don't have to do it.
Don't have
to snap the football.
They're probably going to. Let's see. Third and 1, last play of the game.
A little bit more than 14 points
I'm
tonight.
going to let somebody throw it. Nope. I'm going to try to get a pass off. I think it was Drew Johnston. And that that's number 26. That's going to be Nolan Bruffett. And that's going to do it. Ball game is over. The Bruins move on to the semifinals. We'll have some post-game reaction right after this. Our final, Pulaski Academy 57, Harrison 20. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Okay. Is Kelly going to come on next? And then we got Madison. Is that what we're going to do?
Probably not. He's going to take a minute.
Well, okay, I'll take Madison right now.
Yeah.
Are you gone? Who's the board off? Zach Thomas.
I think we're all right.
Okay. You gone? Take care, buddy.
Coach
And welcome back to Pulaski Academy Postgame Show. Lenny Beavers here, filling in for Jay Jones, play-by-play guys. Jay has to leave a little bit early, but I got a great guest right here. He gave up 20 points tonight to Harrison. Our final score, 57-20. Madison Taylor, defensive coordinator. Madison, congratulations, big win. Still trying to get an update on that Nettleton-Greenbrier score. In the fourth quarter, Nettleton trailing 14-6.
Yeah, you know, Greenbrier is one of the most disciplined and most consistent teams in 5A. Coach Tribble and Alan Buchanan, their D coordinator, do a great job out of the 5A West. And, you know, Nettleton, again, you know, they're a real athletic team that's kind of had a run in the East. And I know this is a group where they have, I think, 11 three-year starters, so it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out.
Let's talk about tonight's game. Very big, quick score by Pulaski Academy. Give Harrison some credit. They go right back down, hit a big play, and get the score, and they tie it up 8-8, get the two-point conversion. But after that, really, your defense shut Harrison down the rest of the way.
Yeah, you know, we came out and it was 4th and 5 and ended up kind of giving up a deep ball there and never want to do that. Didn't get quite as much pressure as we wanted to on the front end. But, you know, again, first drive, Harrison's a quality team. They do a great job with their schemes. And, you know, obviously they won their first playoff game last week, you know, coming from behind against Lakeside. They were down, I think, 22 points, and you know, so they know what they're doing. Had some stuff they were looking at, and we made some adjustments. And as you said, just kind of got going in the second half, tackling a little better and running a little bit different coverage in the back end. So
let's talk a little bit about a couple of plays Harrison tried. They tried to hook and lateral. Your defense is obviously ready for that. Did a couple trap plays. One of the biggest plays of the game in the second half, though, is they tried to do a reverse. You guys sniffed that out, and the defensive back made a great play on it. Also, 3 interceptions tonight by your defensive secondary. Talk about that defense of Pulaski Academy. Does not get enough props, in my opinion.
Well, we're just a blue-collar group that goes to work every day. And, West, we had worked on that. The way that who they lined up in the slot there on that reverse, and Weston Wise, who's just an outstanding linebacker, was able to make the play in the backfield on that. And then, 2 corners, just, again, we made some adjustments on the coverages we were running based on the routes we got. And, the corners kind of did what we needed him to do there and made a break on the ball and picked it off. So, after that rough start, you never want to give up a big play early, but at the same time, that's part of football, and you come back the next drive and make adjustments as coaches, and there you go. So,
great win. You've got the winner of Greenbrier Nettleton. It's kind of, we love to play at Pulaski Academy the day after Thanksgiving. That's a tradition that's gone on for many years. So we'll have to see if we go up to Nettleton or Greenbrier. We don't know for sure right now. When we get back, we'll have some more, final words real quick from Madison.
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my family, my mother who's listening, my father there in Nashville, Tennessee. My brother listens to the games out in California, and say hello to my sister. And also thank my wife for
before we get started over here,
everything she's done
I'd
for
like
me
to
this
say
season.
Let's join Coach
It's hard to say congratulations. I know they feel like
see y'all
it,
next
but
week. Thanks,
Harrison Goblins had a great season. They finished a lot better than people expected. Had a great game last week and came back when they're down 21-0. So congratulations to Harrison. Appreciate everybody coming down and providing a great atmosphere in that realm. I'd like to thank all of our fans for coming out to the game as usual. A lot of people could have gone out of town. You stayed to watch the Bruins. You stayed to watch the Spirit Squads, listen to the band. Appreciate everybody showing up and always making it a great atmosphere. That's a good football team. Very good football team. Proud of our defense. First defense for giving up 8 points. Had a little snafu there on offense that gave them some points. But our defense against a great offense, I thought you played really, really well. We're going to have to keep getting a little bit better as we go in. We got a game on day after Thanksgiving. Kind of a tradition for us. So you guys have got to take care of yourselves this weekend. Take care of your bumps and bruises. Go see Todd. And then you're going to get back into football mode on Sunday when we throw it. On Monday, we come in and watch film and practice. Right now, we're going to schedule coming in Monday at 2:30. Okay, just a little bit earlier than normal, and we'll do that on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll talk about Thursday on Monday. That's about what time. Usually, moms on Thanksgiving, we come in I think at 9:30. So that's kind of what we're going to tentatively plan right now. We'll figure it out from there. When you play Harrison every game, the Burlsworth Foundation, and some of you that are too young to know, and those of you that are old enough to know, and Coach Lucas knows, Brandon Burlsworth passed away. He's a walk-on at Arkansas, went on to become an All-American offensive lineman, got drafted by the Colts, and they've got the Burlsworth Foundation, and they're big on Brandon was sportsmanship, doing what's right, and working harder than everybody else. And they asked the opposing team and themselves, they give away an award every game for an outstanding player of the game. And so in honor of Brandon Burlsworth and the foundation, we're going to do that and talk to the coaches real quick. And the MVP of this game is going to go to Brett Lynch.
Had a wonderful game tonight as we're Landing Beavers here, still listening to Coach Kevin Kelly down there on the sidelines addressing his football team. Pulaski Academy a winner tonight.
As we know in football, I don't mind giving out awards because people deserve awards. But we know in the game of football, it takes not 11 guys on the field. It takes everybody in our practice. You're as important as you want to be, from the guy giving us a great look on scout team to the guy giving us a great look on kickoff team and kickoff return and all those kinds of things. I couldn't be more proud of your effort. I think we just play the game so hard, and that covers up a lot of things. I'm glad to be playing on Thanksgiving. Some of your parents will be thinking, I wouldn't have minded if we weren't really playing, but that's our goal. We said it in last year after that state championship game. We talked to some of you guys. You're like, we're going to win another one next year. That's our goal, and this is part of it, is playing through that. This week you get to live your life like an NFL player. No school, but play a little football. The task that you've got to focus on is come in Monday with your mind sharp and focused on football and whoever we're going to be playing next. If Nettleton wins the game, we're playing at Nettleton next Friday. If Greenbrier wins the game and they were ahead 14-6 in the fourth, then we would play the game at home. That's how it's going to pan out for everybody, so there's no miscommunication. Appreciate the Thursday dads always. Great meal yesterday. The moms for the meal today. And then I want to say a special thank you to our chain guys that go over there unnoticed, and they're over there getting run over and beat down and all that. And I also want to thank our Bruin backers and President Jason Walton for all they've done. You look around, I had guys walk in the stadium that haven't been here before, and we're just in awe of everything we've done. And it started with good leadership by current and past presidents, and Mr. Walton and Chris Jones and Jim Aguilar, the last three, they've all done a great job. So appreciate the atmosphere and the leadership and everybody on the Bruin backers that helped provide this. And appreciate Miss Castleberry and Miss Schuster, too, for their leadership, and Lane Martin with the other leadership for the other group of students that's here. Let's touch somebody, say the prayer.
Once again, you're listening.
God, thank you for this day and the blessings you've given us. Thank you so much for a Friday night, the abilities you give kids. Thank you for Harrison coming down and having a sense of sportsmanship on both sides of the football. Pray you to bless both teams and their injuries and help them feel your healing comfort and heal them as quickly as possible. Bless Harrison as they travel home. Help them be safe. And pray that you would bless our team and help us be safe throughout the week. Help all of our Spirit Squad and football team realize that they have to be an example. They should be an example for you, for all the blessings that you've given them. And thank you so much for the things that we take for granted. And just in day-to-day life, our health and our families and a place to live and food to eat and so many things that people around the world can't take for granted. Pray that you'd bless everybody in the PA family as we get closer to Thanksgiving and the holidays and Christmas and everything that comes along with that. Some happiness, some sadness. Bless those families. Continue to bless the Runyon family and everything they're dealing with. I lift up some people that are really sick and afflicted right now for us, and I really think of Miss Perkins, and I ask you to bless her and continue to help her regain her health and get back to where she is. Thank you so much for this community and the coaches and allowing me to be a part of it. Pray that you'd guide me and help me to lead in the way that you would have me to and live the example you would have me to. Thank you so much again for everything that you've done for us. In God's name, amen.
And we'll take a break. Stay with us. You're listening to the Pulaski Academy Postgame Show, brought to you by 96.5.
Pulaski Academy would like to express our sincere appreciation to the following sponsors for their support of Bruin Vision and their commitment to academic and athletic excellence. Bowen and Heffley Orthopedics, Caldwell Toyota, Cumberland Consulting Group, The Hatcher Agency, Hug and Hall Equipment Company, Silo Mattresses. If you are interested in becoming a Bruin Vision featured sponsor, please contact the athletic department.
Our final tonight, Pulaski Academy 57, Harrison 20. Pulaski Academy moves on to the semifinals and the quarterfinals, excuse me. And what a great game. Lenny Beaver's here along with Brooks Beasley. We have Faquan down there on the sidelines. Gentlemen, great game. Let's start down on the field with Faquan. Faquan, what do you leave tonight watching tonight's victory for Pulaski Academy? I don't think we have Faquan. I'll send it to Brooks. Brooks, what did you...
There's Faquan right behind you.
Oh, there's Faquan right here.
He's not on the field. He's right there in the booth with us.
We'll try to get... Well, we're waiting for Faquan. Brooksy, what do you leave from tonight's ball game?
I thought PA started out tremendously quick and fast. Got up on them 8 points real fast, but then Harrison responded. But then over the period of the course of the game, I think PA just kind of wore Harrison out. Like I mentioned earlier in the game, they don't have that many seniors nor that many juniors, but they've got a lot of sophomores. And I think over the period of the game, it took a toll on Harrison.
I agree with you. That's a great analysis. Let's go to Faquan. What do you were down there on the sidelines. You got to see it a lot closer up. What did watching tonight Pulaski Academy's victory over Harrison? What do you take away from tonight's ball game?
What I took away from it, that when I looked at the first series, as soon as PA lined up and they went 4 wide, I looked at Harrison. and they was in a man. I knew right then they couldn't hold PA, and it was a great play call to go deep. And then, like y'all said, they got the settling down. Harrison made it kind of tough in the first half. But I think, me personally, I would have went right back to Lynch on the next series and went back deep to him again to make them bring a safety over and make them to go into cover 2 to get out that man. But I think I had a feeling that PA was going to blow him out. I just knew Harrison couldn't do nothing with him. And then I looked at PA defense. The front 7 is real strong. The weakness is their secondary, and they couldn't run the ball all night. I knew they could throw it a little bit. And like y'all said in the game, they was beat a couple of times. But I think PA is a real powerhouse, and in order for you to beat PA, you got to put pressure on the quarterback, play man, and once you play man and get pressure and get them to do things they're not comfortable doing. But I don't see nobody left in the playoff that's going to do it. But as long as PA, like Coach Kelly prayed about, as long as they stay healthy and stay together, I think they'll win another state title.
Before we go, talk a little bit about Trey Johnson. Did you get a chance to talk to him? He got banged up a little bit there at the goal line.
Right.
He came off the field. He was on the sideline. Looked okay, but what did you get to have a chance to say anything to him before we leave?
Matter of fact, what we really, I knew he was okay, and believe me, we was talking about what's the square root of 128.
Oh, okay.
And I heard the kids talking about it. I put my headset down, and we started talking about the square root of 128, and he broke it down 64. What's the square root of 64 is 8 times 8. So it's 2 square roots of 8. And once he broke all that down, how smart he was, I knew he was okay.
Yeah.
Once we talked about the square, it got my attention when they was talking about the square root of 128. And
yeah.
It's good that, and that's if you're gonna have a role model, these kids at PA are good role models.
Absolutely.
To the young kids growing up, because Coach Nutt told us when we was at Arkansas, you're a student athlete, and student come first.
Right.
And that's one thing they showing is I'm gonna be a student before I be an athlete. And I like that about it, and I like the unity that they have and the brotherhood that they have here. And like the Bible says, a house that divided will fall, and these brothers are not divided. They don't want to accord.
No, they haven't been. It's a great coaching staff also,
right?
Led by Coach Kevin Kelly, Madison Taylor, who we talked about a little bit. Defensive coordinator, also Jason White, helps him on there. We're still trying to get a fine on. I don't think we're going to get it before we signed off. And we're trying to get a fine. I believe 14. They're tied 14-14.
Oh,
Thanks,
goodness.
Josh. So we're trying to find out. I don't think we'll find out where we go. You'll just have to get on Fearless Friday tonight and see what that final score is. But it sounds like Greenbrier and Nettleton are tied now, 14-14, late in the fourth quarter. Don't know if it's going to go to overtime. But a great game tonight. Pulaski Academy wins tonight 57-20 for Jay Jones, Brooksy Beasley, Josh Carroll, Faquan Harris. We certainly appreciate you. Madison Taylor, head coach Kevin Kelly. Let's not forget about our buddy Chris Amsler and our special statistician Tim Cinnabon Sassman. I'm Lenny Beavers. Until next week, as Pulaski Academy defeats either Greenbrier or Nettleton, whoever that is, we'll be back. You've been listening to Pulaski Academy Bruin postgame show on 96.5. Also, before we head off, thanks so much to Zach Thomas for keeping us and taking care of us right here. Does such a wonderful job. Especially appreciate him.
Yep.
56-20 is our final. You've been listening to Pulaski Academy Bruin postgame show.